Hello, America. It's time to check the nonsense at the door, clear the cobwebs between your ears, and have a rational-ish conversation. This is the lost art of common sense.
I love you.
I love you too. Gigi, don't just get to get everything you want. Okay. Well, you have to be on very good behavior to get such a thing like this. Okay? Hold on. You have to behave well.
Did you earn it?
I know, but what did you do for it? Have you been a good girl? Okay, I'll get it for you.
That's right, America. I'm Kevin.
And I'm Josh.
And this is The Lost Art of Common Sense. And as you can see by our intro video, we'll be talking about Charlie Kirk, his death. First, I wanted to mention that he was a loving father and a loving husband, and that's how I think he would want to be remembered most. As always, we are brought to you by our merch shop. So, buy our shit. And I don't know. I was hoping Matt would be on here by now, but I guess not. So, is there anything you want to say, Josh? Do you want to plan?
Well, I mean, I think the reason why, I was going through different videos and stuff, and I didn't want to snatch up somebody's montage or something they made for him, but I listened to him and I knew of him, but like it did seem like his hierarchy of priorities was his faith, his family, and then his movement and turning point. So that's why I thought it was important that, not important necessarily like we're going to make a difference, but it was good that I wanted to show that he was a person because he was dehumanized. And I think that's kind of what led to it. And Matt's joining us. So that's why we picked that clip, because people forget that people are people nowadays.
Yeah, he was a father and he was a husband. So
Hi, Matt.
Hi. Sorry I'm late.
Yeah, it's embarrassing for you.
Yeah, it really is.
It
man.
is very embarrassing. I am embarrassed.
As you should be.
And shamed.
I think what I want to ask you guys first is, what were your thoughts when, Charlie Kirk was shot and he died from his gunshot wound?
Who's first?
I don't care. Whoever wants to take it. Josh?
You take it, Matt. Take it.
I was at a loss at first. I mean, I was at work. I was putting in some stuff on the computer. I was doing whatever, and then my phone started blowing up. First, it was just you guys, and it was other stuff just saying that something happened to Charlie. I was like, what the hell? So then I saw the videos, and then I couldn't wrap my head around why the heck something like that would happen at one of his shows. I know people are dumb and people do stupid things sometimes, but I didn't figure it would go to that extreme. So when I saw it, and then when I saw him go limp, I was like, there's no way he can pull out of that. And then I saw the close-up one, and I was like, nope. And it's just disgusting and sad, especially when his family was right there. So I didn't know what to think. I didn't know what to do. I still had to work, but I was like, what the heck did I just witness? I don't know.
Josh?
That's me.
Yeah.
Josh, go.
Yeah, I mean, I was pretty similar. I mean, because I guess maybe because like initially before I saw the close-up shot, I saw the pan back when we've had, a couple of attempts on Trump. And so I was like, well, I thought he had body armor on, and the bullet got stopped, so I thought, he'd be okay, and then saw the other one, which I'm kind of conflicted. I really don't, and I'm glad that X and these other platforms have been going around and taking him down because, I mean, again, we started out with a video of him and his daughter because he has a family and children, wife and kids, and that stuff shouldn't be on there. But when I saw that, I knew it was over. I thought it was unreal. I mean, I know that it's weird because it's hit a lot of people harder than what they thought it would. I mean, we've never met him. I watched a few of his videos, but I wasn't like a staunch follower of him or anything. I knew who he was. I know that he went to colleges to challenge the brainwashing going on college campuses. Not in a vindictive way, but, So, I mean, it was surreal, I guess. I mean, it's like, did this just happen to me? It took a while for it to really kick in. I mean, I know a lot of people personally that were really upset about it that just knew of him. So it was a very sad day for it. And I don't know if I haven't really read through them much. I don't know if we get into it, but I know that people are trying to make comparison all this stuff. There's a reason, and only God knows, and we'll find out later why this affected so many people and why this happened. But yeah, it's a sad day. Sad. Right before 9/11, it was an exclamation point on how far things have gotten in this country and how irresponsible.
I mean, yeah, and I didn't really know, obviously I didn't know him, and I just knew of the TikTok videos. I loved watching the TikTok videos of him owning people on a mic, and just kind of having discussions with people. And I don't know why it hit me as hard as it did, but it's just like, why? He's not in office. He helped a lot with Trump and everything, but he's not in office. Why?
What do you think, Kevin? He's been around for a long time.
He has been around for a long time.
Kevin?
For only being 31 years old, when he died, I mean, he's been around for years.
Is everybody frozen?
Nope, just you.
Just you. You were. But
now you're just fuzzy.
Am I frozen?
You were. But you made me lose my train of thought there, man. But no, I think it was a hard day for everyone. I think it was, man.
Nobody's moving. I can't hear anything.
You're back out.
Try dropping out and dropping back in. Here, let's do this.
Yeah, just kick it.
We'll give him a hint.
There. Oh, my God.
Is he better? No, he's frozen again. He is. All right, keep going, Kevin. All
right.
We'll get him back.
I don't know where I was. So I think it was hard for people.
He was young, been around for a while, and he made it wasn't an impact just the United States and people around here. It impacted people around the world. They had a what do you call those? Like a visual in South Korea.
Yeah, they had them in London. They had them in the Parliament, the British Parliament. They had it everywhere. A lot of places. He visited a lot of places. He talked to a lot of world leaders. He talked to a lot of people. He was a faith leader, I think, first, if you were going to ask him, and a political activist or leader, second. His faith drove his politics. Is he back on?
Yes.
This is for every time. This is for every time I interrupted you, huh, Matt?
I guess it's a little bit.
But
I was wondering. I was like, and everybody's quiet. Why is nobody talking? Okay, I'm just gonna talk. And I was like, no, you're still not talking or moving. Okay.
Yeah. Then you got annoying, so I just cut you out of the show.
Yeah. So,
Thanks.
But I think it impacted people hard because he wasn't an elected official. He didn't drive policy. All he did was bring, young folks, Gen Z, stuff like that, into the Republican fold, or try to convince them, at least talk to them, convince him, why, if they're wrong or why they're wrong or what his beliefs are. And if they want to debate him on it, he never was really mean to anyone. He tried to do it all in good faith, good composure. And
I would say he was never mean. He would match energy. So if he had like a real vile, snarky, like the guy the internet thought did it, like that guy was the guy with the bullhorn. I mean, that guy was just an ass. So like he would kind of match energy, but still like try to keep bringing it back to a debate.
Yeah, exactly.
And there's no such. I mean, you can debate if you're debating someone who you have a polar opposite, stance on. It can become heated. People can start talking louder, whatever. But you can still keep it, somewhat
Civil
to where you're having a conversation. Because once people start getting loud, then emotions get into it, and then nobody's listening.
Yep.
Like once people get loud, nobody's listening.
You're listening to argue. You're not listening to.
Well, you're listening to yourself. You
have a
wanna
conversation.
What's up, Jared?
Hey,
Apparently
Jared.
Matt's called Dip. He's talking to you because he talks to you all the time. I mean, he
Hi.
possibly meant R.I.P., but I think he was calling you a dip.
I think he was too.
Or is
there
it
is.
Dr. Pepper? Good man, because I love Dr. Pepper.
So,
I could
Josh,
answer.
what kind of legacy will Charlie Kirk have?
I think it's going to be a lasting legacy. I don't think this is. If the dipshit that did this thought he was going, and it never works. That's why I don't understand how people think that you can basically kill your way out of a problem. Is kind of what these people do.
If anything, you strengthen the movement.
That's what he's done because more people. He was already known by millions of people, but what this did was flood every social media thing with his past videos. Who some people maybe never heard of him, looked into it, and I don't know. I remember him saying like his number one thing is he wanted to introduce as many people to Christ as he could. I didn't really realize. Like I said, I watched some of his videos, but when you watch them like in full length and you watch more of them, he was almost like preaching as much as he was debating.
Yeah, he was a devout
and sharing his faith with people. Like
Oh yeah.
that was a huge part of what he did. Like he'd always reference stuff into the Bible. That's where he got some of his arguments. And a lot of people might not know he was not college educated. He was a college dropout.
Yeah.
Who just read everything he could get his hands on. And apparently he must have a phonetic memory or something because he retained like everything he read. So he just went on and read everything.
Yeah.
I couldn't debate like he did.
But there's been huge point. Well, I can BS and like common sense my way through almost any debate, but it's all based on common sense and maybe a little bit of stuff I know. He was pulling
throwing
facts.
Yeah.
Yeah, he
Facts,
pulls
figures,
facts out of his
stats.
ass. So yeah.
Yeah,
he
like
was
he
like a
knew what he was
savant.
talking about.
Yeah.
And just could do it eloquently and shoot it back and that's how we crush people in debates because it's like, well, what about this? What about this? And then even stuff that really isn't something that you could debate. Because when you start talking about morality, stuff like that, there's not really a textbook to say this or that. And that's when you would pull from the Bible and stuff. But, I mean, he was just really good at it, and I think that's going to carry on. I know that there's already been tons of donations to Turning Point because they want to make sure that keeps going.
And I think the GoFundMe for his family raised $3 million in 24 hours.
Oh yeah.
So, I mean...
Well, I was on Facebook and I'd see these ads or these posts and it said Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce donated a lot of money. And I was like, oh, that's really nice of them. And there was a quote, but then I'd look and I'd see another thing for another football player or something. He donated and it had pretty much the same exact quote. So I don't know how much of that was real.
Yeah, these are actually reports that...
Facebook is hard because it's a bunch of bullshit about,
Yeah.
Facebook and a lot of X. It's just, I don't know, weird people just making up stories to get clicks.
Yeah.
Well, that's what all the last 2 days are. That's why I'm not going to lie. Me, Kevin, and Matt, we've all been, talking about what could have this been, what could have that been, even with my brothers and stuff like that. And that's fine. If you want to offer up your conjecture and stuff like that and discuss things. But I mean, you're not going to see us on our platform we don't post a lot. I mean, Kevin is pretty active on X, Facebook, kind of rare ever since they canceled one of our feeds. So we're like,
I don't post on Facebook, period.
F you,
Personal
Facebook.
or for
Fuck Facebook.
But yeah, like we were talking through stuff. Like at first, like, was he wearing body armor? Was it a Ricochet? Was it this? Was it this? Was it this guy? I mean, I was pretty sure it was that one dude, but I'm not going to share anything and put myself out there. But then you have these people like on Fox News and all these other places saying, former FBI agent, oh, this is definitely a professional. This is a professional hit.
Yeah, how's a fucking FBI agent want to say it's a professional hit? 200 yards is not that far.
At no point did I think that this was like that stupid Mossad shit coming out. It's like, this was a foreign professional, assassination. No, it wasn't.
Why would they? What the fuck do they care?
No, he was pro-Israel.
Charlie Kirk. I don't know.
Well,
he turned at some point, so it must have been.
They said because he wanted the Epstein files released, and there's something about Epstein files that tie into Israel, and like some people think Israel or Epstein was an Israel Mossad asset, and all this stuff. So when he's like, "Yeah, we should release it," I mean, the conspiracy theories coming out on this and a lot of stuff have just gotten lazy. Like, granted, we have been gaslighted.
Everything.
Oh, and we've been gaslit since 2020 hard. Probably before that. Well, really since Trump got elected.
Yeah.
The nation's been gaslit. So I get it. And I don't even believe hardly anything that comes out either. And I don't even know what the people coming up with these stupid-ass theories believe me either. I think it might be clickbait. But it's like, now nothing's real. Everything's gaslit. Everything's fake. Everything's like, oh, no, this is part of a plan or this or that. I'm like, no, this was some crazy asshole that got radicalized on 4chan and decided that he was going to take somebody's life who meant something when his life meant nothing.
Yeah.
That's what happened.
Just some stupid fucking kid who got radicalized. Exactly.
I mean, it's just like, even the video that shows him jumping off the roof is like, oh, there's no rifle. If you watch it, you can see the rifle cantilever over the edge of the roof. But it's like, oh my gosh, like we're not even like trying to make it. I mean, they're not even making believable things anymore. I mean, no, it's like people don't even try. It's just they're lazy.
Yeah.
I think I told you guys I saw a couple videos on Facebook, and they weren't by anybody. They were just by people that are fucking bored and they want to spread nonsense. But there was this one person that's like, oh, his wedding ring jumped to another finger, so it's fake. And his left arm did some weird motion, or right arm did some weird motion, and it was dragging something, and it was a call, whatever.
Same
and
thing
then
with
another
his
person,
good friend in the background.
Yeah.
What, that Charlie Kirk's still alive, which is fucking retarded.
Yeah.
He's
the
gone. Way that people, I don't know, people just do shit for clicks.
Yeah.
Now, I'm not going to lie, with that close-up video was so bad, you'd almost like, that's only in movies, that's not real life. Like,
yeah.
That's how bad it was.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was like, holy crap.
Yeah, when you sent me that one, I'm like, there's no way. And they're like, oh, he's in stable. Like, no, there's no way.
He's in stable condition.
I would be surprised if he was alive by the time they got him to the car.
Yeah, he's stable, dead.
Yeah, they said he was stable at the well, they said he was in severe critical condition when he got to the hospital. I don't think he lasted much longer than that.
The way it sounded, the way it looked, it blew out the entire carotid artery on that side of his neck. There's no repairing that. Like, one doctor's like, you could have a trauma surgeon right there at the end of the steps, and they couldn't have saved him. And it's sad. I mean, that's it. I'm not saying one way or the other. I just thought it was weird how, I mean, maybe they got his heart going again if they got that stop, but like, that's one of the main arteries that go to your brain.
Yeah, I
think that's why it could have been from the shock from the actual kinetic energy of the bullet hitting him. But I mean, he locked up like when someone gets their off button hit.
Yeah.
So that was.
I think he was.
I mean, what do you think about this? All this stuff going around about Kevin? About this is a marksman. It takes a marksman to hit a vein like
200
that.
meters is not very far.
To hit a vein.
That's because no one shoots for a neck. You're going to either go for a headshot or center mass. That's what you do.
Yep.
That's it. He just didn't compensate for bullet drop is what I think. I think he went for the head and the bullet dropped, and that's what happened.
That's what I was originally thinking. And some guys said if you're shooting downhill, you shoot high, so they thought he was shooting center mass. Gravity to me makes it feel if you're shooting down, your bullet's going to drop faster. But I know a lot about guns and bullets, but when it comes to ballistic coefficients and stuff like that, I didn't think it was a 22. I knew it was a high velocity round, but I think a 22 would have zipped through. I don't think it would have caused.
No, I don't think it wouldn't have done that damage. I don't think, unless you like.
Not in a thin
wrap-
part of the body. Like
Yeah.
it needs like that. I would think just from watching a lot of gun tubers and on ballistic dummies, but I would think you need more mass for the bullet to start tumbling,
Yeah.
especially at that range because the bullet's still cooking at like 3,000 feet per second or something like that. So, or a minute, probably a minute.
Something like that. I know what somebody said 200 meters, a bullet drops 2 inches.
Yeah, so it's just everyone's like, "Oh man, no!" Like, what do they call that? A lucky miss.
It's not Jason Bourne. Jason Bourne's
Basically, a
not
lucky
out
miss,
there.
yeah.
Yeah, that's what I mean. That's what sucks. It was just, but I remember one of the conspiracy theories is, "Oh, what's that guy doing? He's signaling somebody." I'm like, "No, the guy was adjusting his hat."
Yeah, he's telling
had a
somebody to
bug
steal
on.
third.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's like, oh my gosh, it's like, I mean, I get it. There's been tons of gaslighting, but it's just unreal how the dumbest stuff has been coming out lately, including one of my losers.
Yeah, I think. Also,
That we'll get to. What did you think of? What did you think of the FBI response? And like as far as getting them, I'm kind of taking over your show, but
No,
I
that's
know you
fine.
didn't have a lot
that as a
in
question,
here.
so it's fine. I thought it was fine. I mean, they got him 24 hours later, so it's not like
33.
It was 33. Well, 33 hours later, still not a slow response. They basically, I think they kind of followed him by camera to where they thought he was and stuff like that. I just don't think. Then you had to go through the camera footage, which is going to take time. So I think it was a right amount of time. If you're not going to catch him right away, if he gets a chance to get away, he's lucky. They're lucky he went home and his father turned him in. I mean, there
is
could
that what
still be a
happened?
manhunt. Yeah.
Yeah,
Wait,
He
he
still
left,
be a man.
drove 200 plus miles home. I guess confessed to his dad, and then his dad, instead of what we've seen a lot of parents do and try to cover it up and cover up for their kid, like that boyfriend that killed the girlfriend. You know, that Instagram couple. And
Yeah.
then
Yeah.
the parents just try to hide it. I mean, the parents, I guarantee you that had to be a gut-wrenching, hard decision for the family. And I think they called their preacher beforehand,
Yep.
discussed
See
it
what
with
they
the
should
church
do.
and everything. And
Yep.
they did the right thing. And
That's
their
a
son's
tough
piece of
decision for
shit,
any
but
parent.
Oh, yeah.
that's a hard choice.
No
Yeah,
matter
it was the
what,
right
you
one.
want to protect your child, and I would guess that's probably why they called their pastor to, get a little guidance on what they should do. I bet it wasn't their first thought. It's like, oh shit, we should probably turn you in.
I think the first shot is like, what?
Yeah, well, yeah, for sure. Are you kidding? Like, are you kidding? Or this isn't something to joke
Yeah,
about?
it's like this is bullshit. Whatever. Yeah.
Well, and I was trying to find it, and by me, I asked Matt to find it, but he never did. But did you see the surveillance camera from the Ring camera
Yeah.
of him hobbling? Did you know that the access to that roof supposedly was a concrete stairs? You could just walk up on the roof.
Really?
Yeah.
That doesn't seem right.
No.
Seems weird. It's a weird construction design.
Do you think they should cancel? Yeah, you don't have a lot of questions I would ask. Do you think they should cancel outdoor events like this? Or do you think everyone who's getting death threats, especially on the right, I would say there's way more on the right.
I did
than the
have that
left.
question, by the way.
Where?
Do you think that America is a safe place anymore for people willing to go on stage and speak their minds? Should they still do campus tours?
Man, read the questions, bro.
Do you? Let's just
Josh, answer that question. B and I wrote it.
Yes, I do. I think we're going to have to change security protocols. I mean, because people need to take these things seriously. I think that Charlie was hit because I don't know if this guy
Do you think they should
specifically.
do open air events?
Yes. This could have prevented. This could have at least been alerted if they even had basic drone
One drone?
surveillance.
Yeah.
But like anybody who's getting into the vicinity, you're gonna have to set up barricades and have metal detectors.
I'm guessing this was the same security protocol they've used at every other one and never had an issue, obviously.
Are you surprised that he wasn't wearing any type of body armor?
Not really. He does this. He did what, probably 100 of these?
Oh,
200?
more than that, yeah.
No,
You
he's
know?
been doing it for over a
And
decade.
he's not. I don't think he's actually had an actual threat on his life. Like, you know.
He has. He's said he's had multiple. He's been kicked out of restaurants. He's been kicked out of
No, I mean
other
at
places
one of those
and
events
attacked
because
at
they did have
places.
security. I don't think
He's had a couple people that had to get shuffled off because they got a
Yeah,
little
they
out of
have
hand.
security there. I'm guessing they just didn't think there'd be a sniper person on top of a roof. You know.
Well, do you think now this one isn't in
Now
your
it's
questions,
I
Kevin?
guarantee it's definitely going to change.
Do you think that this guy specifically hated Charlie Kirk, and that's where all his delusion was pointed toward, or do you think that it was more of a he's going to be here, and I can't get somebody like Trump or Vance or whatever?
I would guess it's probably the latter. I don't think I'm guessing if he had a hit list, I guess. I'm guessing Charlie Kirk would be not on top, but I don't think he'd be at the very bottom either. I think it was a opportunity that he took. So I think if it was, I think if any political figure was there on the right, within, those 6 days or whatever, because basically he had 6 days to plan and do everything because Charlie Kirk didn't announce he was going there till 6 days prior, from what I've heard. So we had 6 days to plan, but if it would have been Trump or Vance or maybe even a congressperson, I don't know. I think he would have taken anybody that he could.
He just he'd drank the Kool-Aid and wanted to make an impact on anti-fascism.
Yes.
What do you think, Matt? You don't even remember the question.
Nope, I don't. He's a.
Do you think it was do you think it was Matt? Basically, the question was: do you think he just hated Charlie Kirk so much that he was going to target him no matter what, or if he was going to take any kind of opportunity for anybody that would have been in the area?
Anybody that would have been, I think, towards the right, anybody that would have been there, I think in that setting, he thought it'd be perfect for him or whatever to take out Charlie. I still don't understand why. Charlie was a polarizing figure. He was very, I don't know. He just liked to talk and get stuff out. So I don't know if he went out of his way to get Charlie at first, but then once he kind of knew, hey, this is going to be a wide open event and he's here, then yeah, he targeted him. But I don't know. But to go back to the other question that I didn't answer, as far as open forums, I think they should do them. I don't think they will, at least outside or for a while. I think it's a good thing to do. I think people should be able to do open forums and should be able to have the conversations with people of different viewpoints. I think that's a great thing to do. But again, with this, I don't think outside is going to happen for a while, at least nothing big like Charlie. I think if anybody does it, it's just going to be some up and comer person that's just trying to do it. As far as other events like that, yeah, it's going to be a lot more strict. They're going to, I don't know, without doing presidential type of security, it's just going to be a lot of change on that.
Well, I mean, this is the second open air thing that someone has shot at. Obviously, Trump a little over a year ago, and now Charlie Kirk. So
Right.
something has to be done security wise before these things should happen. I mean, I don't care
Right.
if it's person on the left or right. I would have extra security for any speaker outside that has a divisive political view.
I wouldn't call it
Oh, absolutely.
divisive. If
No, a
there's
political
somebody
view
out
is
there,
what I should have called any kind
yeah,
of
I mean,
political view.
if there's somebody out there that's moving the needle,
Yes.
one way or the other, you're at risk. Now, if you're moving the needle in a way that upsets the left, just based on statistics and history going back, I don't know, decades, you're probably more than in a little bit more danger than the other way, by a lot. But
Yeah.
and what stinks is the reason why I think he does the open air is because he needs the space.
Yeah.
I mean, because what they're going to end up doing is doing kind of like what Ben Shapiro does now. Because a lot of people on the right do similar things where they engage with the audience, stuff like that. But they're doing it inside auditoriums, and then colleges will either give them a small one or they have problems, even letting them allow them to do it anyway. But you start doing open air ones, you can get more people and get more engagement with people. And I think that's what he liked the most, is to be able to
Talk to
personally
anyone and
engage
everyone.
in debate.
Yeah.
And the fact that he was, and people call him the happy warrior, which he did always seem like he was in a good mood, except for that one time he got pretty ticked off at the Young Turks dude, where someone was accusing him of using a racial slur, which I guess kind of makes them racist because they thought a dude's name was a racial slur.
Yeah, that does make somebody racist. They think a dude's name's a racial slur.
It's like, oh man, that was a racial slur. I'm like, no. I mean, the guy whose name he's yelling is kind of an ass, but it's not a race. But that's the biggest thing, is I think these open air things are, I mean, they're just more dangerous, especially in days like now with all the civil unrest. But also, too, I wanted to ask you, and I don't think this is in there, but like Crowder's not going to do Change My Mind anymore. And it's not because he's afraid of somebody shooting him. He no longer wants to engage with people on the left. Like, he's not going to sit down and he's not going to give these people the time of day and the respect to discuss with them, because this movement's gone so bad that stuff like this happened.
Yeah.
Does that
Who's that?
show
Steven
Crowder, Steven Crowder?
Oh,
He's
Steve
the
Kirk.
guy.
Okay.
Yeah, he's the guy. He put a topic like whatever, like pick a topic that would piss off the
Like
left. and
2A
says,
or something. Change
Yeah.
your mind. Why,
guns are
whatever.
great, change my mind, stuff like that. So he'd sit down with people
Yeah.
and disagree with them and have a conversation with them. He's no longer interested in talking with these people because it's gotten to an irrational thing. And the problem with that is, to me, and I'm not saying he's going to, but we're starting to see this, where what Charlie Kirk did and why he was so effective is he used his words and he engaged in debate with people who didn't agree with him. Even if at the end of the debate, neither one of them agree with him, he would end agree to disagree and they would both go off.
Yeah.
But that's what America was founded on. Spirited debate. Nobody is going to agree on everything. I didn't agree with everything Charlie Kirk said. I don't agree with everything anybody says.
Shit, I don't agree with a lot of stuff that Trump says. I mean,
Right.
I got like a large number of what Trump says.
yeah, but
Or at least how
I
he
agree
says
with him more than I would Kamala Harris.
Yeah.
But I'm not gonna-
absolutely.
But the cutting off of stuff, but that's what happens. When you get to a point where either you can't debate the other side because they're just not going to debate with you, or you can't debate with them because they're irrational. Well,
Yeah,
once
immediately start yelling how you're a fascist or Nazi or whatever, just immediately screaming into a microphone. I mean,
so
how
you
gonna-
can't debate something like that. So you just stop. Like, well, there's no point. Well, once people stop talking, then the countdown starts to where shit gets bad. And that's what it was kind of concerning about it. And that's what stuff like this leads to, because they're trying
and
to
that's
shut down speech.
Yeah, and that it's just like what Charlie said. He's known for saying the moment that people stop talking is when bad things happen, when civil wars happen, when couples stop talking. That's when divorces happen. That's when different sides stop talking, that's when wars happen. It's just stupid. You guys we all need to talk. We may not agree, but you gotta at least respect the other person and just have a conversation.
And let's be honest,
And
there always has to be an opposite side.
yeah, get to some middle ground on something.
Well, that's what somebody said, that basically when Charlie Kirk got shot, the First Amendment got shot.
Yeah.
Like, shooting Charlie Kirk was like putting the Constitution up on the wall and shooting the First Amendment.
Yeah.
So I don't know. Jump back into your questions, Kevin. I've hijacked
But, I mean,
your show
seriously,
long
I mean,
enough.
You always need an opposite side to a debate. Not everybody's right all the time.
Well, that's
That's
not a
why
debate.
you need both, the left and the right. What you don't need is these fringe areas on the very end being the loudest part of each cause.
You don't need any
Unfortunately, for
group
the
talking
left,
in an echo chamber.
Yeah, and that's also bad. You should always look at both sides. But the problem with the left is their fringe group is getting a little more non-fringy, but more mainstream in their party. And they need to tone down this rhetoric of calling their opposition fascist, Hitler, all these Nazis, racist,
Setting up a creepy background and
all these
giving a
ifs.
speech as a president and
Yeah,
saying they're a
and
threat to the
calling,
democracy that we don't have.
Yeah, that MAGA is the biggest threat to democracy. These are all divisive sayings. These all drive any person that is not quite there in the head will think, hell, I want to get rid of Hitler, or I want to get rid of Nazis, so I'm going to kill them. And that's what happens. That's how you get shit like this to happen, because somebody's fucked in the head and they listen to these people and think, hey, what if I can change the world by killing, a Nazi or whatever? And, that's...
You can make that argument in your head. You can make a half-ass moral argument for killing a Nazi.
Yes.
That's why people have constantly said, stop doing that. And it's not like there's a bunch of crazy people going around as far as like they're clinically crazy. These are people that a lot of them seem to have like less, like kind of antisocial tendencies. All they do is hang out on the internet, in forums, on video games. Apparently this dude hung out on 4chan.
4chan, I think Discord and Twitch.
And Twitch.
And Reddit, I think.
I heard Discord and Twitch are horrible.
Oh, yeah, they're bad.
Like, just anti-Semitic as hell. But, so, it's not even like they're brainwashed. Because these are socially, like, fragile people.
Well, technically, his brain wasn't even fully developed yet. It's not till 25. He's 22 years old.
Yeah, and, like, how long has he been... That's what they want to go in and see.
It doesn't take long to shape a young mind.
No. Especially with all that crap on there, and that's why, and I don't like people censoring stuff and all that stuff, but I mean, you should there's nothing wrong with having an algorithm like looking, because apparently some of this stuff was planned on Discord.
Yeah.
It's like, okay, so I don't know, maybe just have an algorithm looking for keywords that have to do with assassination.
Yeah. Killing, murder.
That's what Facebook used to do. Their algorithm would pin a certain word, it would get looked at, and if it was nothing, it would get passed on, or if it was like right-leaning, it would get deleted. I mean, that's just how it worked.
Yeah, exactly. Deleted or at least shadow banned.
Yeah.
All right. Do you think this is a turning point in America, and will this push more people to the right, especially the younger, let's say, centrist kids that haven't made up their mind? Maybe not by what Charlie Kirk said, his words, or the motivation of his killer, but maybe because how vile people have been immediately after his death, still after his death. The vileness, the celebration, the hate. I mean, I've seen a few people be like, holy shit, this is bad. This isn't the left I want. I don't know what the left is anymore. I've seen a few videos like that, a few tweets or whatever, posts like that. I mean, what do you think? Do you think this is a turning point? Josh?
Matthew? Oh, Josh. Oh.
I'll go Josh.
Yeah,
you took over questions. I'll ask one.
I apologize. I just, I'm a
No, it's
bully. I think it is. It's kind of like, and I know that, obviously more people died in 9/11, but it kind of has that feeling to it. Like this was a big, of course my brain's not working today, but like kind of a turning point. There's another word I'm looking for that, but like a catalyst for change. And I think, and we have some examples that we'll pull up of just how vile people are. But I don't know if they're necessarily going to push people more farther to the right per se, because the left has gone so far left. And this is the 60s. This is what this is. And there was some guy went on saying, well, he's not because he was pissed off about Trump and recognizing him. I didn't even realize, like I said, he's been around for a while, so I knew Charlie Kirk. Didn't really realize the impact that he was making both in the youth as well as that. But he's like, well, he wasn't a politician, he wasn't a governor, wasn't a senator, blah, blah. Why does anybody give a shit? I'm like, you just made the argument on why we shouldn't have an MLK Day. Like, do you realize what you're saying?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Charlie Kirk went out and used his words to make a difference, to make change, just like Martin Luther King did. Peacefully demonstrated, used his words. They killed him for his words. They killed Charlie Kirk. I'm not saying Charlie Kirk's MLK. I'm just saying
it's the same reasoning, though.
Yeah, it was hypercharged back in the 60s, and it's hypercharged now because people don't learn from the past, and all these asshole, hippie, communist fucks always keep coming around. And I think this is going to be I think we're seeing it. I think you're right, where the vileness and the hatred and the response from the media and all this stuff is like, people are just, even if they don't go to the right, they're just going to be like, what the fuck? And they're going to start paying attention to stuff more, I think. If anything, I think it's going to hurt the networks and stuff like that even more.
Yeah.
When you have something like this is way like in your face, blatantly stupid commentary coming from a lot of mainstream media, to where like people are just going to be like, wow, shit, okay. And I think it's going to continue, because I kind of wonder if he's had anything to do with the uptick in, is it Gen Z?
He had a huge part of it.
But moving to the
yeah.
church, like becoming, I guess Catholicism is up and stuff like that. This is going to drive more people to the church and more people to faith.
I think he single-handedly put
he got Trump
over the top.
reelected.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think.
Oh yeah, he had a big old part of it. And he's only 31, so who knows what he could have been. He could have ran for office.
I don't even think he would have.
I don't think he had any interest in it. I think he
could have, and I think he probably could have won.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I don't know.
Yeah, eventually. Well, probably not right now. He probably was fine doing what he was doing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe he started his own college. Charlie Kirk's college that doesn't suck.
Oh, he doesn't believe
name
in
for
college. That was his thing. He doesn't believe in it. So
he does think that modern day college is a ripoff.
Yeah.
And turns out, after AI,
someone who's going to win right now,
only non-college people are going to have jobs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
AI is definitely going to.
But don't worry, Matt. I don't think AI is to the point to where they're going to take all the interior designer jobs that you're going to school for, so you should be fine. At least till halfway
what
through
I'm going
retirement.
to school for. Thanks.
You can still pick out the wallpaper, buddy.
Wow, it's not even close to what I'm going for. Thanks. That might be Fernando's thing. I don't know.
Yeah.
That does sound like Fernando.
Yeah, it's more Fernando's gig. Well, I'm just going to answer this question, even though you didn't ask me.
I thought when Josh was done.
I know. I'm just kidding. No, I'm kidding.
You were just kind of.
I don't know if I would. I mean, a turning point would be kind of the okay way to say it, I guess. But I think it's going to wake people up to be like how crazy some of these far left people are. And I don't even know half these people that are doing these vile, disgusting, stupid things and cheering for Charlie. I don't even think they really know what Charlie said. I don't even think they really care or know or care what he stood for, what he talked about. I think they just saw some videos or heard what people were
Or
saying.
taking some things taken out of context.
I think it's that
Yeah.
echo chamber thing. Oh, this
Yeah.
is what we're doing
Yeah,
today?
they just clipped one little part instead of the whole conversation. Like the whole 2nd
Mm-hmm.
Amendment, some people might, die even though, but to preserve the Second Amendment, all that shit.
Yeah.
There was a whole question about it, about somebody asking them about self-defense, all that stuff. There was a whole thing about it. They just took this little bit of it and posted that part.
Yeah.
And I think
It's
they clipped the business part because I watched that whole clip.
It's the same thing as they did with Trump with the Charlottesville thing. The good people on both sides, which is not about neo-Nazis. It was good people on both sides of the statue debate. So, I mean, that's what happens to all people,
Yeah.
And that's hard. It's even like that way with
It happens to you, Matt. I take stuff you say out of context all the time.
I'm posting whatever
I'm
you say,
sure
and I
you
just
do.
cut
Yeah.
it. I just cut it and I just post it on the internet.
You just
don't know
take half
about
of what I say and then interrupt the rest of it.
Yep.
We do it through editing and in real life, in real time.
Cut. My turn.
I don't think Matt was finished.
Oh, I
Kevin.
thought you were finished. I'm sorry, buddy.
No, it's
You
okay.
paused for a second.
Yeah, I had to take a
pause.
breath. Don't breathe, Matt. Just talk.
How dare you breathe?
Yeah. Well, I did want to say I saw this earlier, but I forgot who said it. It was Greg Gutfield. I think that's how you pronounce it.
Gutfield, right?
Gutfield.
Yeah, Gutfield from Fox.
Yes, he
guy.
said that if you thought that you were going to shut a movement down, you're going to get a rude awakening. He woke us the fuck up, basically about what happened with Charlie. You think this is going to deter anybody? It's going to do the exact opposite. It's going to kind of bring them together and kind of make it so that it's like, okay, now we're really going to force you to, even though that's not really what, I don't know how to word that, but
Your
no, I think
audio's
it's
kind
going
of
to
weird.
wake, huh?
Do you hear his audio going in and out, Josh?
He's a little touchy. Then he was getting better, and you cut him off.
Oh. I wanted to let him know before you.
Here-
Now you're doing
Is
it
it-
on purpose.
Yeah.
Now I'm, yes, I am.
Okay.
Professionalism. Oh,
Yeah.
Fernando.
So then, I think it's just like I was saying before. I think it's just going to wake some people up to be like how disgusting some people are when they don't even know or care the whole thing. They're just going to say it to get likes, to get views, to start a discussion or to start fights, not a discussion, to start fights. And that's not what Charlie was about. That's not what he did. They're just being stupid. And I think it's just going to wake some people up to that.
What do you think, Kevin? I do think I will preface what I said with this. It's obviously way too soon to tell if this is going to be a turning point. I do know that if you're a believer and you believe in God, generally when horrible things like this happen, it ends up in the long run, good comes out of it. And the worse the evil is, the better the good is. So time will tell on if this is a turning point or not. I think it's going to be, but obviously right now, today, I mean, you can see there's a huge amount of unforeseen fallout coming from this. But I mean, obviously it's too early to really tell, but I think when stuff like this happens, generally, as long as you don't sign stuff like the Patriot Act, things get quite a bit better.
The Patriot Act was better.
No, the Patriot Act was horrible.
Yes. Okay. I said that was better. I'm like, what?
No, that was an exception
That was
to the good things.
Yeah. No. Exactly. Well, that was the government taking advantage of a bad situation, which the government always does. This isn't like this is a tragedy that people feel. I don't know how to explain it, but I think this isn't like a government type of tragedy. This is a more of a come together type of tragedy. I mean, I guess, so was 9/11, but I think this tragedy is different in a way. Kind of like the MLK was, any assassination attempt usually is, because people feel, I don't know how to explain it. It's just a weird way, but I think this can be a turning point. I think it should be a turning point. I think this will solidify maybe Gen Zers more to the right than what previous generations have been at their age. Most people are Democrats when they're younger, and as they make money, turn Republican. That's just usually a
Except for
cycle.
me. I was always a Republican because I was a Rush baby.
So, yeah, I mean, that's usually how it is. That's, when people because usually young people want free stuff, and the Democrat Party's for social programs
like
more
free
than
stuff.
the Republican Party. So, but once you start making money, you're like, fuck taxes. That's what happens. So, but I think this is going to drive, because Charlie Kirk was beloved by millions of college kids. You saw vigils all over college campuses throughout the country, of hundreds, if not thousands, of students. So I think, yes, this is going to push more people, especially the vile hatred and celebration by some on the left. Well, a lot of people on the left. I saw one guy said, I think I sent you guys a text. Let me see. Where was it?
I probably ignored it.
Uh,
While you're looking that
It's a
up.
post. No, it's right here.
Oh.
It's called a guy called Charlie's Murderers. A searchable database of over 20,000 individuals celebrating Charlie Kirk's murder will soon be available on our website. And that's just on X. That's not including Blue Sky, which is just an echo chamber.
I'm not on
of
Blue
hatred.
Sky. I will never be on there. I can only imagine the bullshit that's going on there.
I mean, they're calling people who's next. Ben
Oh, I
Shapiro,
did hear about that.
that lives at TikTok. J.K. Rowling, Trump was
See,
mentioned
and somebody
hundreds
brought
of
that
times.
up. So J.K. Rowling, right? She's pretty left. Like,
She's
agrees with
just-
damn near
but she's just
everything but trans stuff.
Yeah.
And now people are calling for her to be killed. So just remember that if you're on the left, you're in a cult. Like
Yeah.
the far left, all this weird shit going on, that's cult behavior. Because if you disagree with them on anything, even including trans people who grow up, their brain develops, and are like, hey, turns out I was born in the right body, I'm detransitioning. Those people are excoriated more than people that are outside against it.
Or what?
I don't know, excoriated. Isn't that a word?
That's a big word. Probably is.
I know big words,
I
just
think-
I generally don't use them in the correct context.
No, that's correct.
That's good.
I think that's right.
I just don't even know that word, so that's good.
Yeah, there you go, college boy.
It's basically
That's
Sean
right. I knew you were
Ford.
going to say that.
Yeah.
But no, it's
Your
true.
interior design degree didn't teach you that word, huh?
Shut the fuck. Fernando. It's
Next
Fernando.
week.
Yeah, you'll hear from Fernando next week.
No, when I was, and the only other thing I could think of, because if you believe in the whole underlying good versus evil, with the work he was doing, and like I said, he talked about politics a lot. He was pushing the right because the right's obviously less Marxist and not Marxist at all. And there's more faith believers on the right than there are on the left. Okay. So, like I said, and we've said here in this episode, he preached more than he did. Kevin does not know big words. I know big words, Steve. He preached more out there as much as he did share stuff.
It's true.
So, and he was, pushing people, not pushing people, but, opening the door for people to go to church on their own decisions, to where you never know. If you believe in the grand scheme of good versus evil, Charlie was moving the needle a lot more than on different fronts.
Yeah.
Whether it be waking people up to the ideologies that people have been, indoctrinated with, or, his crusade for Christ, if you will, and getting people to the church and at least introducing them to it, and then they can, take that path on their own, to where you never know. I mean, maybe not that single guy's decision. But as far as the war of good and evil, God versus devil, you never know. But I mean, on that front too, it was a bad decision on my,
Well, he had
in my opinion.
TP USA or Turning Point USA had a whole faith division. Like it was TP USA Faith, to where they had a whole, going to college campuses, talking about faith, talking about religion. Like I said, I think he would rather be remembered as a faith leader than a political leader. I think everything.
Well, he did say if out of anything he's done, he wants to be remembered for his faith more than anything.
Yeah.
So, I don't know. That just kind of, just sitting here talking about, thinking about what we're talking about. I'm like, well, hell, maybe he was the target because of the movement he's doing on the faith side of things. You never know.
You never know. I'm wondering if we'll ever get what he's going to have to answer questions, obviously. So I wonder what his motivation was. That's what I would like to know.
Yeah, and I'm contemplating whether or not I want to go his mugshot or not. Obviously people have seen it, but he looks like a slack-jawed video game.
Yeah, he looks like somebody that would be on Discord or Twitch or whatever playing video games. I guess he was a video game person. I guess one of that
you could tell that by the picture of him standing.
There's some good people on there. How dare you?
That up, right, down, down, down arrow symbols, those were something for a game called Helldivers or Helldivers 2 or something. So he was obviously a gamer.
Oh, you did look it up. I'm proud of you, Kevin.
Yeah, something for you can call in a 500.
That was for Mortal
megaton.
Kombat back.
No, I was like, I thought it was a Contra code, but it was not enough.
Trust me, that dude does not know about Contra.
But
up, down, down, A, B,
I guess
A, B.
it was something to call in a bomb or something, or I can't remember.
What did you think of the last bullet? You think it was just him talking shit?
What was the last bullet?
If you're reading this, you're gay.
I think it's because the bullet penetrated him.
Well, but
I'm not lying.
bullet.
I think
he wrote it on the casings.
Well, I know, but
we had this discussion, Kevin. If the bullet's going to get shattered,
I think
the only person that could read that bullet would be Batman.
Yeah, but he was going to leave the casings up there, so I think that's the reason. I seriously do. I'm not making a joke. I think that.
Do you think he took off because he got it on the first?
They said it's some Reddit thing, but I don't. I think. That's a common saying. I'm sorry.
Well, it is.
So, I don't know. It's not right or left. Maybe it's just, I don't know. Whatever.
I don't think. Him. I just think he got
dead.
into. I don't even think it's a political thing. I don't think he's a Democrat or Republican or, obviously he got inundated with left-wing propaganda that's been put out. I don't know what kind of crazy-ass bullshit's on Discord, but there is an anarchist movement going on, especially against Jews. It's weird.
Yeah, I don't know if that's left or right or just fucked up people.
The whole Jew thing seems to be getting some legs, and that's disturbing.
That is disturbing.
When I was waiting for, I was talking to you when I was waiting for the press conference to start, and there's just tons of people.
I read things.
He does read things. He reads words.
I read stuff.
He reads words real good. But when we were waiting for the press conference to start, and then there's just this dude, Israel did it, Free Palestine, just boom, boom, boom. I'm like,
dude,
oh my gosh.
It's everything that happens in the world. Everything.
Yeah. And that's on both sides.
And I know. It doesn't matter what side. They put a lot of boogeyman aspects to a culture that's only 0.002% of the population of the world, or 0.02%. He's saying it sarcastically.
Oh, that's what the dots mean.
All right, I want to drop off so you can either talk about my questions or talk about whatever. Just for a minute.
Well, looks like someone's going to get answered to for talking shit.
Oh, shit. Wrong one.
Why'd you put me on?
Bye.
Wrong way.
Wrong one.
Let's see. What do we got in here? I want to go into Kevin's questions while he's asking. Or why I don't want to ask Kevin's questions while he's not here.
Okay, ask your own.
Well, what do you think about that? You're not a huge faith person, I guess. It's not like you're going to church every day.
Oh, I was raised in a church.
Yeah, we were both raised in church. What do you think about that good versus evil kind of thing? Where he was going around spreading God's word, and he was making an effect he was making a dent in a time where, because I think everybody can agree, the left and the radical people on the left, they have lost the argument as far as like trying to debate and pull people over to their side. I mean, because all their arguments currently can be dismantled pretty easily.
I'll agree with that. And this is the far left. This isn't just people that are a little bit left, but the crazy.
Yeah, when I say left, I'm
Um,
talking about fringe. The only problem is somehow the fringe have gotten their claws in to the actual DNC to where they feel like they need to do whatever this crazy ass fringe left, wants them to do.
yeah.
Let's move you over a bit. There you go.
Hey.
What were you guys talking about?
I asked Matt
Good versus evil.
he doesn't believe in the devil, but the devil believes in you, Matt.
When did I ever say I never believed in the devil?
I just inferred it.
I think there's something to it. I also think there's a big. I think it also has all these shootings. I think have something to do with the amount of drugs kids take when they're developing.
Oh, you mean like all the kids that are misdiagnosed with ADHD?
Yes.
And it probably has more to do with their diet, or kids are just hyper.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Were you diagnosed with ADHD, Matt?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, he said he used to stand up in class for no reason.
Yeah, no. I just wanted to say, I want to hear him say it again.
Yes, I was diagnosed with ADHD.
Which is weird because apparently you grew out of it because you were like one of the most mellow people I know.
Yeah.
Unless you're pissed off at Kevin.
Or drunk.
Or drunk. Drunk Matt is fantastic. I think we can all
Nice.
agree.
So I
the
should.
People in the audience, Drunk Matt is super fun.
Yeah.
So you're saying I should be drunk more often?
I feel like you should
Yes.
shotgun a pint of Jack about a
I
half
should
an hour before we get on.
Should become an alcoholic.
Hey, what's up, fucker?
No,
I didn't,
wanna
I didn't
ask-
continue with your questions, but Matt, say some words. Say some words.
Words.
So a question I did want to ask is, obviously there's a lot of the whole fascist thing. And let's be real, the Democrat leadership has called Trump fascist, all that stuff,
Every prominent Democrat has called Trump a
Yes.
fascist.
There's been people calling Charlie Kirk fascist in the Democratic leadership. The media for sure has been calling people fascists and Nazis and Nazi-like. Really, not they didn't just call them Nazis. They always say Nazi-like or Hitlerian. Those are big words.
You're
that they
so
use.
Hitlerian.
Not hilarious,
Oh.
but do they need to take some blame for this, Josh?
Yeah.
Or
Matt.
Matt, go ahead. Matt, go ahead.
Matt, you go ahead. No, you sit back up and you answer the question.
That's fine.
Yeah, I think they do. I think people that just go out of their way to call someone a fascist or say that they're a Nazi, they need to go away, and keep pushing this stupidity on people and making it so violent, and using these clip words that puts in people's heads, and they're playing the psychology game, puts into people's heads these people are the worst people in the world, they need to go away, and then sickos like this idiot kid decide to be like, oh yeah, he needs to go away, he needs to get shot, so I'm going to shoot him. I think they do need to take some blame on it. I think they need to get better at, there's always going to be a political game and how to do this stuff, but you don't need to call someone Hitler and keep at it and just go with this violent rhetoric about people when it's not. I mean, these people have to know it's not all that right and true. So I just don't get it. And pancake class, that, yeah.
Josh was a graduate of.
Mm-hmm.
Josh, what are your thoughts?
Yeah, I do think, for one thing, if you're calling somebody this, especially when there's literally no foundational truth for it, obviously you have nothing to talk about. You're incapable of making a argument to shift people's opinion of you, and yeah, you can't say all this stuff and be like, you can't say all this stuff and do what they do every time somebody on the right is either shot at or killed. And even the Democrat state senator in Minnesota, whether or not that guy was, and I know it's in there, but like, it doesn't matter what affiliation that was. All this hyperbolic rhetoric charges up the nation, and people that are unstable take that in. And yes, you are responsible because you keep pumping it out there. And we saw it on X with all these left-wing influencers saying, "Oh, we need to calm down and blah blah blah, and we need to assess." And then, like, no, you're just like you said on X. How many cities burned down last night, or
Yeah,
over the
how many-
last couple nights?
How many businesses were boarded up after Charlie Kirk died?
It's like, I'm sick and tired of these people going around saying the most vile shit because they don't have any real argument. If you're calling somebody names, that means you can't beat them in the war of words.
Well, if you want to do it like Trump does, where he just makes a funny name. You know, call Trump Taco or whatever, Frump or whatever you want to call him. You know, but you don't have to call him Hitler or fascist or,
Yeah.
you know.
When
You
you're
don't-
engaging in hyperbolic slander, that means you can't beat them in ideas. And then
Yes.
everybody in any prominent Democrat says the same shit, and they take zero responsibility when one of the crazy ass people on their party or in the far left that doesn't really associate with anybody does something, because like it or not, that rhetoric charges up society.
Well, and what will happen is they'll say, you know, there's no room for political violence. Then 24 hours later or 48 hours later, it'll go back to the same rhetoric. I mean, it's not going to change. It's already out there, but I mean, they won't change. It's going to go right back to it. And you're going to hear it for 4 more years until something happens again. Then it'll be like, oh, we got to, you know, political violence is never acceptable. Then 24 hours later, he's a fascist. He's Hitler. His followers are Nazis. These are things that are going to keep being said. They don't learn. They just know the key times to play everyone's a victim, or this is not what we wanted, when this is exactly what you knew you'd get. Even right after Trump got shot, this is exactly what they did. Then it was no more than 48 hours, they were calling him a fascist again.
Well, and like when Trump got shot, and people came out saying, "Oh, I wish," you know, like, what was it? Kyle from Tenacious D said, "What I want for my birthday is a
That
better
bullet
aim
not to
or
miss or something.
bullet not to miss." You can say stuff like that and half-ass get away with it because the guy's not dead. It's still fucked up to say, and it pretty well ruined that band, actually.
Yeah.
Like Jack Black was thinking, and the weird thing is, I don't think Jack Black was any part of it, but like he kind of caught the flack or some
That's because he's
fodder
the
off
more
of
famous one.
Yeah, he's the
And,
more famous one of the group, and somebody says something stupid that he doesn't even agree with.
And he
are gonna
shut it
put the
down
blame on
early.
him.
I think he ended the
Yeah, he
concert
ended the
over it.
show early.
He did.
So I never got why it's a cult. What's a cult?
Yeah. Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, the right is a cult. MAGA is a cult.
Oh, yeah, it's totally not, because MAGA is like super fractured as far as what people believe and
Yeah.
stand for. That's why people can disagree on that. It's in not being a cult, because I can't stand Marjorie Taylor Greene, but I do want to make America great again because I live here. What the hell was I talking about?
Tenacious D.
What?
Stupid people.
Tenacious D.
Oh no, but like, but here's an example. So
Tomato,
the reason
tomato.
why this is kind of like almost like a powder keg and things are going to change is because people nobody is really getting fired for the stuff after Trump. You know what I mean? And
No.
everything keeps tiptoeing a little further. And now after this, a guy dies, and we're going to have more examples later, but here's just one example of a kid recording his professor in class of people saying this shit, and then just thinking it's all
This
okay.
isn't fringe. This is a professor.
Yeah.
Prayers and thoughts for Charlie Kirk.
Yeah, people think fringe, they think crazy.
For him, left from all my prayers and thoughts for these innocent children who did nothing wrong. We're not sending out divisive, hateful messages. We're not saying that empathy is a problem with America. I refer to him as the anti-empathy guy. I won't type his name, not in capital letters anyway, definitely. Yeah. I just want to make sure that y'all had heard about the school shooting, because to me that is something that is more concerning than a douchebag who brings karma down on himself. I mean, ironically, the moment he's getting shot, what is he doing? When he's asked about mass shootings, compares them to gang violence in a dismissive way. Tell me that wasn't karma doing her finest work. Yeah, I'll praise the shooter. He did a good job. He had a good aim. That? Yeah.
Listening to this just pissed me off again.
Maybe go ahead, Matt.
You're a professor or even just a teacher. I understand that being a teacher yesterday would have sucked. I mean, with what you had with it's 9/11, you have Charlie Kirk just happened the day before, and you have the school shooting that happened the day before. Being a teacher yesterday would have sucked. Going that far, and as far as other teachers that have said similar stuff about that, no, you don't fucking say that shit. You may think it. Don't tell your students who you have the job of teaching and you have influence over. Don't fucking, that has no room to be in there. I'm sorry.
Well, and you know how you diffuse all that bad stuff? Through routine. You go to work, you teach your kids, and you do the curriculum. You don't go on some stupid tirade speech about, oh, this or that or blah, 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 blah. Like that's...
I'm glad he didn't miss.
And I guess that was college, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Here's the thing.
Yeah, that was college.
When I went to school, because I'm a college dropout myself, well, I just never went back. I finished the semester, so I didn't technically drop out.
You're the some college guy
I'm
in
the some
applications.
college.
Me too, buddy.
But here's the thing. I was a little older when I was going to school. If I had a professor like that in class, there's no way in hell I'd let her keep talking. I would have got thrown out of class.
Yeah, I would argue.
And I was old enough to not give a shit about what age, because I was like, when did I go? I was like,
22,
I had to be
23.
21 because I used to show up to class drunk all the time. So I waited.
I don't think it has anything to do with age. I think that's just college, period.
Well,
You can-
let's not lie. We drank pretty heavily in high school too,
Yeah.
which may explain our maturity levels. But there's no way in hell I would have sat in class and listened to that bullshit. I either got up and left, or I'm just not that kind of person. But like the kids are different now, but like I was older. And I mean, yeah, I think some of the professors were kind of liberal when I was going to school, but it wasn't so polarizing to where you'd really know it. Like, oh yeah, that guy's liberal. But there's no way in hell I'm going to let somebody like that frickin' lecture me like that. I would not sit there. I would not try to rationalize what she said.
Do you think somebody that says that,
She did go too far. I'm not sure what school. Or did I say cool?
no, it's just going to school. He's like, school?
Yeah,
went
we
to
went to
school?
school.
Yeah.
Kevin
But-
lived off ramen when he was going to college because he kept eating all my food, so all he'd buy was ramen to keep him alive.
Yeah. But
That was back in Kevin's skinny days.
that was a while ago.
I wouldn't even give him the beef noodles. It was only chicken.
Nothing but beef. I think, but I mean, kids today, because if your teacher's that fucking radical, even if you are let's say, a conservative kid or whatever, are you really going to say anything? I mean, because, it's hard enough going to school as somebody on the right.
That's why I'm not necessarily judging the students, because when I was going to school, I was older.
Yeah.
I mean, I was still young. I was only 21. But I've always been, like I said, I've always leaned right. Just because, like I said, I grew up listening to Rush Limbaugh because I had no choice, because that's all my dad listened to, that and rap. It's kind of a weird car rides, but It's like, well, time to turn off Snoop Dogg. Rush is coming on. All right, let's go over to Dr. Dre because this is back in the 90s and the 80s.
Just to give a little context out, because that empathy thing, Charlie Kirk was talking about empathy in the form of political leaders because they don't really mean it.
What do you
So
mean?
he's tired of the word empathy when political people use it because they don't have empathy. They don't care.
Political leaders don't care
They
about anything.
use it for a reason. They use it for political gain, whatever it is. They don't have empathy.
I don't know. Have we brought it up on the show before about how it seems like today nobody takes being a politician seriously? I mean, yeah, there's a handful of people that do.
Show about it.
I think we should because, like, and this is not just federal. This is state. This is local. When you look at all the Democrats from Texas that left the state, our city council, I've seen videos of it. It's a joke. It's a shit show in Washington. It's just like nobody takes the job of being a representative. They're not leaders. The only leader is the president. Everyone else in Washington, other than the judges who aren't leaders either, are representatives. It's like our
It's
leaders.
just to get famous. It's more get famous than it is about
Get
actually
famous,
representing
get
the
rich.
people. Yeah.
I mean, the behavior that is not only perpetuated but tolerated in government. These are the people that make decisions that run our lives is a joke.
It's absolutely redonkulous.
Both sides.
That somebody that gets paid $175,000 a year, or whatever they're getting paid, can come in 2 years be worth worth millions of dollars. That shouldn't happen. That
Every
absolutely
Friday?
should not happen.
I head on down to Atlantic City and I bet it all on black.
Yeah. My mouth
I just
doesn't
double
know
down
what it
every
thinks
week.
of Talking.
Double down on black. That's how Josh goes.
And as long as I don't get mugged on my way back to the car, I'm doing pretty good.
That's
'Cause
right.
Atlantic City was rough in the 80s. I can only imagine what it's like now.
I'm sure it's not better.
Probably not.
That's where Trump's casino went bankrupt. The Taj Mahal. It was very nice.
Yep.
Swanky. You skipped over
Epstein got kicked
the killer has been caught question, Kevin.
Oh, yeah. What are your thoughts?
Oh, it was 100% insider trading. That is 100%.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Like, and they don't even care.
No, they blatantly do it.
It's like they'll make moves where it's obvious that after the freaking law changes, like, oh, we just made a shit ton of money. Like, but it's illegal for everyone else to do it.
Yeah.
It's
Well, we're not
absolutely crazy.
associated with the
And
company.
they won't even bring up the bills to the floor to change it.
Yeah.
No, because then it's going to fuck them.
I don't know
Yeah.
what that means.
But okay, his
You know
killer.
what I mean.
Obviously, his killer's been caught. What are your thoughts on what we know so far? Do you think, what do you think of this kid? Basically, what do you think about the facts that have been brought out so far? What do you think anything more will come from this? Do you think we'll learn anything more, or you think it'll be kind of shut down?
I haven't really read much into this, so Josh, this is probably going to be you and Kevin.
Josh,
What dudes?
what up?
All of them.
What
I
up?
don't know what that means. What's up?
I think that's what it means. What up?
Yes, that's our crypto king, I think. Yeah, that's why Washington sucks
Yeah,
ass.
that's why politicians are dirty as hell.
I guarantee, I don't care if you're a Democrat or a Republican, if you're blue collar, you hate Washington.
Mhm.
Left,
That's what I'm
right.
saying. Doesn't matter. Left, right, center, you can't stand Washington. If
That's
you're
why
working class,
Congress always has a low percent, low approval rating, like in the teens all the time.
except for my guy.
Except for
guy's
my guy
great.
is always what happens.
Hey,
And no,
my guy's from Texas. He is
yeah,
great.
he has to be from Texas.
I did check his voting record, so I do agree with it. So
But I mean, you got to. I mean, your guy might suck. I mean, I'm sorry, but it happens.
My name is Jeff.
Exactly. That's
hey, you
most
want to wait till I
politicians
don't
anyways.
just take a drink of beer?
That's most politicians, anyways.
That's why I did it.
Okay, so to your question.
Yes.
The only thing I don't know, and based on the Discord conversation that the FBI and the governor was talking about, it kind of seems like there were a group of people talking about doing this or doing something like this, because he was talking about. Yeah, you did. You always get naughty. Because they were talking about like the rifle's here, wrapped in a towel, pick up the gun. The gun was supposed to be picked up. So I think they are looking into accomplices, or at least like, you know, it was weird how it just seems like he wasn't alone.
That's definitely something. If you help him in any way, or even plan to help him or help plan it out, it's obviously a felony.
Well, they took
to murder or whatever.
Yeah, they took all the electronics from everyone in that house. So like that's what they're saying the warrant's going to be, where every gaming system, computer, all that stuff, are going to comb through it to find out what he's been talking about. And I'm kind of wondering if this was like one of those freaking Discord, 4chan, whatever bullshit conversations where people are like, yeah, man, we're going to do this, we're going to do that, and we'll plan it all out. And then they did it, and then like, oh shit, he fucking did it.
Yeah, sure did.
That's exactly what the fuck happened.
I think that's probably what happened. And I think if they were talking about it, because what's going to happen is, even though they didn't do it and they didn't participate in it, if they get those conversations and that's what led him up and charged him up to do it, I guarantee they're going to charge with something.
Something like inciting, or I don't know.
So I have a question. Has anybody said anything about the kid who was talking to Charlie? Has anybody checked in on him? One, to see how he's doing, because he's just standing up there talking to this guy.
I think he did an interview either yesterday or today.
Okay.
Oh, and supposedly the guy who looked like he was, I don't know if this is true, he came out after he got a bunch of horrendously...
Yeah, because people posted on the fucking internet. Like,
the guy who looked like he was celebrating after he got shot.
He was celebrating. Let's be real.
That's what I don't get. Like, because I think there's some other stuff in his past that made it look like he's not really a Charlie Kirk supporter. Even if you're not, I don't care. If you're a human being, you shouldn't be doing that. He said he was trying to draw attention in case Charlie Kirk wasn't fatally shot. He's like, no, I was trying to save the day. I was like, no, shoot me, not Charlie.
That's not what happened.
That's bullshit.
He was pumping his fist in the air.
Fending off dragons.
Yeah. No, he was definitely celebrating. You could tell just by his facial expression. He was happy. He was smiling. He was laughing. He wasn't like, oh my God. No, that was a look of joy and celebration.
I know it was like almost instantly after the fact, but like, do you think he was celebrating because he thought he was shot, or do you think he was celebrating because the shot was taken? Because like, that's horrible.
I don't know.
Either way, doesn't matter. You celebrate something like that at your fucking...
It doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Well, he put out some statement because he just got hammered, and I think he's a professor too.
Yeah, I think so.
He does something with schools, but I don't know. It'll be interesting, and I hope shit comes out. And I don't care if you like Trump, you hate Trump. The shit that happened in Boulder? No. Pennsylvania.
Yeah, Boulder, Pennsylvania.
Is it?
Yeah, Boulder, I think. Right? Butler.
I don't want it to be that.
No.
It pisses me off that we don't know anything about that. I don't care if you like or hate Trump. Any assassination attempt or assassination is not okay and shouldn't be okay in this country. And the fact that they have his phone ping next to the FBI office and all this weird shit, the dude has zero social media presence. It just pisses me off that, like, I don't know. The current FBI is like, well, we better incinerate that body before an autopsy and get rid of him.
Is it going to be weird when this kid shows up in a BlackRock commercial?
I mean, no. Almost expected at this point. It's like, oh, no, I was just at recess. You're 22. Yeah, well, we get got energy.
Recess. You still get recess.
Hello, I don't condemn a person for a second.
Apparently, Charlie's widow was on Fox News tonight. Somebody texted me earlier, said that they just got done watching her on there.
This is going to be her first statement since Charlie died.
Yep.
So.
Yeah,
at least they gave her time, gave her a day, over a day.
Well, and that's got to be tough.
I don't know what you say. Yeah, I don't know what you would say.
I thought it was.
That's what we have a viewer on Dual Helix on Rumble saying that she did a live stream. Post a link if you want. If you wouldn't mind, you should. Yeah, that would be cool. Post a link. For some reason, we can't get Rumble to work with our online streaming service, so I have to monitor Rumble while
Yeah.
we're doing the
Thanks
show.
Thanks for commenting.
I didn't even get on there yet.
Thanks, Matt. Could have got a fake viewer besides me.
Sorry, I'm fake viewing on YouTube.
Oh,
That's what I think. Like when we played that video of that
I mean,
professor.
not fake viewing,
and
I'm viewing.
that is an example of people not
Stiltskin.
understanding what this. He's a person. The reason why people are able to talk shit and celebrate the death of a human being is because he dehumanized him. They don't realize, no, he had a life. He had a family. This is affect not just him, but his kids and his wife and his parents. And like they're like, oh yeah, celebrate his death. I'm like, it's just unreal.
yeah. Again, that's why we showed him with his family in the first we opened the show. Because no matter what, he was a human being. He had people that loved him. And people, before they commit violence, should understand the impact it has on their love, on that person's loved ones. I don't care if it's just normal murder, I guess. I mean, it doesn't have to be politicized, but just people fucking being dicks. Always know that somebody is, there are people that care about that person. Violence should never really be the answer to anything, regardless of politics or just in life.
I would agree. I think thanks to that viewer, I do have a link and I did pull up that up. I just need to add it to screen share.
What's that?
Charlie Kirk's wife, Erica.
Oh, okay.
Let's see here. Add audio, share. And yeah,
Is it
we
gonna
can
have
go
audio?
ahead. Yeah. Hold on a second.
Jesus. Good evening. My name is Erica Kirk. Charlie Kirk is my husband. I first want to thank the federal law enforcement who worked tirelessly to capture my husband's assassin so that he can be brought to justice. I want to thank the first responders who struggled heroically to save Charles's life, and the police who acted bravely to make sure that there were no other victims on that terrible afternoon. I want to thank the officers who have protected our Turning Point USA family these past 2 days. And I want to thank the Turning Point USA board, the COO, Justin Strife, and my husband's chief of staff, the amazing Mikey McCoy, for all their work in these terrible days to be the stability for our family and for the wider Turning Point USA family as well. My heart is with every one of my husband's employees who lost a friend and a mentor. I want to thank the staffers of his amazing Charlie Kirk show, who helped him broadcast from this studio, this chair. Every day he loved it. He loved what he did. I want to thank the millions of people who have shown their love for Charlie here in Phoenix, across America, and worldwide. I want to thank my husband's dear friend, Vice President Vance, and his phenomenal wife, Usha, for their love and support. You guys honored my husband so well bringing him home. You both are tremendous. I want to thank President Trump and his incredible family for the same. Mr. President, my husband loved you. And he knew that you loved him too. He did. Your friendship was amazing. You supported him so well, as did he for you. 2 days ago, my husband, Charlie, went to see the face of his Savior and his God. Charlie always said that when he was gone, he wanted to be remembered for his courage and for his faith. And one of the final conversations that he had on this earth, my husband witnessed for his Lord and Savior, Jesus Christ. Now and for all eternity, he will stand at his Savior's side, wearing the glorious crown of a martyr. Charlie loved life. He loved his life. He loved America. He loved nature, which helped him always bring him closer to God. He loved the Chicago Cubs. And my goodness, did he love the Oregon Ducks. Want me to say go Ducks, so I have to since they play on Saturday. So go Ducks. But most of all, Charlie loved his children, and he loved me with all of his heart, and I knew that. Every day I knew that. He made sure I knew that every day. Every day he would ask me, how can I serve you better? How can I be a better husband? How can I be a better father? Every day. Every day. Such a good man. He still is a good man. He was the perfect father. He was the perfect husband. Charlie always believed that God's design for marriage and the family was absolutely amazing, and it is. It is, and it was the greatest joy of his life. And over, he would tell all these young people to come and find their future spouse, become wives and husbands and parents. And the reason why is because he wanted you all to experience what he had and still has. He wanted everyone to bring heaven into this earth through love and joy that comes from raising a family. It's beautiful. Charlie always said that if he ever ran for office, I know a lot of you asked if he ever was going to, but privately he told me if he ever did run for office that his top priority would be to revive the American family. That was his priority. One of Charlie's favorite Bible verses was Ephesians 5, verse 25. Husbands, love your wives as Christ loved the church and gave himself up for her. My husband laid down his life for me, for our nation, for our children. He showed the ultimate and true covenantal love. I will never, ever have the words to describe the loss that I feel in my heart. I honestly have no idea what any of this means. I know that God does, but I don't. But Charlie, baby, I know you do too. I know you do. So does our Lord. And our world is filled with evil. But our God, you guys, our God is so good. He's so incredibly good. And we know that for those who love God, all things work together for good, for those who are called according to his purpose. Already I have seen the worldwide outpouring of love for my husband. I've heard the testimonies from people my husband inspired to get married, to start families, to seek out a relationship with God. It's the most important one of all. The evildoers responsible for my husband's assassination have no idea what they have done. They killed Charlie because he preached a message of patriotism, faith, and of God's merciful love. But they should all know this. If you thought that my husband's mission was powerful before, you have no idea. You have no idea what you just have unleashed across this entire country and this world. You have no idea. You have no idea the fire that you have ignited within this wife. The cries of this widow will echo around the world like a battle cry. To everyone listening tonight across America, the movement my husband built will not die. It won't. I refuse to let that happen. It will not die. All of us will refuse to let that happen. No one will ever forget my husband's name, and I will make sure of it. It will become stronger, bolder, louder, and greater than ever. My husband's mission will not end, not even for a moment. And one of Charlie's greatest talents was his ability, this phenomenal ability to choose great people to follow him. He could always find the ones who could handle any setback. And it's almost like he knew. He could see it in you. Even when you couldn't see it in yourself, he just knew. He knew you could handle it. You thought you only had 5% left, and he knew you had 15. He knew you were ready to go that extra mile even when you didn't. He always challenged people around him to work harder and to be better. He never gave up. And I love knowing that one of his mottos was never surrender. So I want to tell you that we'll never surrender. We never will. Ever. Ever. Our campus tour this fall will continue. There will be even more tours in the years to come. America Fest here in Phoenix this December will go on. It will be greater than ever. The radio and podcast show that he was so proud of will go on. And in a world filled with chaos, doubt, and uncertainty, my husband's voice will remain. And it will ring out louder and more clearly than ever. And his wisdom will endure. My favorite too, but my husband's favorite word in the English language was earn. He would call all of you to be people of action who earn the future America deserves. So to all of the young people who felt inspired by my husband's faith and hard work, all of you already know what Charlie would want you to do. You know. You know. If you're in high school or if you're in college, go find your local Turning Point USA chapter. Join it. Stay involved. He wants you to make a difference. And you can. You can. The movement's not going anywhere, and it will only grow stronger when you join it. If there isn't a chapter, you can't find one, then start one. There is no excuse. You can start one. And as my husband used to say in this room, every single day, if you want to get involved, the best way you can do that is going to tpusa.com. That's what he would say every day from this chair. Every single day. I watched his show every day, and he would always say, if you want to get involved, go to tpusa.com. If you're a pastor, join our movement at TPUSA Faith. And if you're a parent, I highly recommend that you come to America Fest in December. Sign up right now for that because we would love to see you. I would love to see you. Charlie would. He'll be there. He'll be there in spirit. Bring your kids, bring your family. But most important of all, if you aren't a member of a church, I beg you to join one. A Bible-believing church. Our battle is not simply a political one. Above all, it is spiritual. It is spiritual. The spiritual warfare is palpable. Charlie loved his Savior with all of his heart, and he wanted every one of you to know him too. He wanted everyone to know that if they confess the Lord Jesus Christ who rose from the dead, then they will be saved. Hear me when I say this, nobody is ever too young to know the gospel. Nobody. Nobody is ever too young to get involved with saving this beautiful country, this country my husband loved and still loves. And nobody is ever too old either. There's no age limit. I know my husband is still here. He's watching over us. I don't remember the last time I slept. I couldn't sleep last night. And Charlie, baby. Charlie, I promise. I will never let your legacy die, baby. I won't. I promise I'll make Turning Point USA the biggest thing that this nation has ever seen. I promise. I love you, baby. Rest in the arms of our Lord as he blankets you with the words I know your heart always strived to hear. Well done, my good and faithful servant. When I got home last night, Gigi, our daughter, just ran into my arms. And I talked to her and she said, Mommy, I missed you. I said, I miss you too, baby. She goes, where's Daddy? What do you tell a 3-year-old? She's 3. I said, baby, Daddy loves you so much. Don't you worry. He's on a work trip with Jesus, so he can afford your blueberry budget. And my goodness, am I so humbled to witness, Charlie, you alongside Jesus right now, doing what you always want to do, baby. Making heaven crowded, right? That's what it's all about. Making heaven crowded. I can't wait to see you again one day. Thank you all again who love my husband, who supported him, who wrote him an email every single day during his radio show. He read all of them. All of them. God bless you all. And may God bless America.
Yeah, that was a
That was a tough watch.
tough watch, but
God.
that's a strong,
Yeah. Strong woman.
Strong woman.
yeah.
That,
Even to be able to do that
yeah.
this soon.
God, the kid part got me. Almost got me.
Mm-hmm.
But, well, and that's what we're talking about. It's like, it's just galvanized his movement that he started.
Yeah.
That's what they did.
Yeah. I don't know where to go from here.
I don't either.
I mean, yeah, that was tough. What did you guys think? I mean, yeah, that's what got me.
Yeah. No, I thought, I don't even know if I'd be able to talk that much.
No, she said she couldn't.
Especially about the kids and everything, and I don't.
Well, and it was. Did you see how she got choked up when she was talking about Charlie and Faith and Jesus?
Yeah.
Like that, and it was those moments when she was talking about her faith when she really, that's when it really hit home, and it, it makes sense. I mean, that I guarantee you, she's just into it as into her faith as he was.
She's the one that brought him over to his faith as much as he was, from what I've read.
Yeah.
So, I mean,
I've seen videos of him with
We're not in
him and I guess
college,
Candace
so-
Owens.
Steve, we are a movement.
Yeah, lost art of common sense. We started 4 years ago. We're just really slow.
It's a slow. We're a little slow movement. We're like those rocks in the desert that no one knows how they get to a place, but they get to a place.
Slow and steady wins the race.
Exactly. We're the tortoise.
Yep.
So yeah.
We even look like tortoises.
But I mean, I think one thing you should take out of Charlie Kirk, even with this tragedy, is say what you believe, no matter what people think. Believe in your faith. Believe in your convictions. Don't believe in something if you're not going to. I mean, don't do it for the wrong reasons. Don't believe in something for the wrong reasons. Don't believe it for to be part of something. Believe it because you be part of it because you believe it wholeheartedly. I don't know. I can't want to speak for Josh, but I think everything I've ever said, I mean, not everything, but for my more critical points, what I've said is things I've believed in wholeheartedly. There's nothing, even some of the more controversial things, that if I ever ran for office, somebody clip out, I would not deny what I said. I don't know if Josh the same way. I feel Matt. I don't know if you guys are the same way, but I know I am.
Yeah. I said it, then I said it. I can't go back on
I mean,
it.
I'm pretty resolute in anything we've said on the show. You can't deny it anyway. So
Yeah, it's on the internet forever.
you're obviously going to lose Ohio if you ever ran for national office.
Yeah.
And the women's vote, Kevin.
Well, and yeah, you should, fight for what you believe in.
I want the millions of dollars, so I might run for office.
Well, yeah. No, you should fight for what you believe in, and don't do anything half-assed, but also know what you believe in, I guess, if that makes sense.
Yes.
Yeah.
Actually, and I don't know if me, obviously you, Kevin, Matt, I think you're kind of there too, where you have a certain amount of skepticism. So that's why, anytime I hear anything, it's not like I think everything is a conspiracy theory or a conspiracy, but challenge the doctrine that's being put at you. If it,
Question
if it doesn't,
everything.
yeah, I mean, if it doesn't pass muster, then whatever, adjust accordingly. But I mean, if you believe something, believe it. Don't half-ass it. If and where that comes down to, and where the big thing, where the person that perpetrated this murder, and someone who doesn't, is their
Got my vote.
their beliefs don't stand up to scrutiny. That's the difference, and that's why they turn violent. Because you can debate someone even on faith, like in almost any religion. If someone's really into it, it's going to be hard to persuade someone other than through the Bible and stuff like that and comparisons. But when it's some kind of warped worldview or half-ass alternate reality that you're living in, if your beliefs can't stand up to scrutiny, as in you can't defend what you're believing and what you're pushing, then maybe it's time to look around and see, okay, is this correct? Is this right? Is this what I want to be associated with? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I mean, I'm saying you're going to believe whatever you believe, but your belief should stand up to scrutiny.
Yeah.
Yes. You shouldn't, like, if you can't back up what your belief is with, I don't know, even facts or at least a conviction, but if you had to go towards, like you said, yelling at somebody or, calling names or whatever, then that's not a belief. That's cultish because you don't know what your belief is. You don't have it. You can't articulate what your belief is. And everybody who has belief should be able to articulate why they believe something and not get mad because someone questions your belief. You should be able to talk about it in a civilized manner. That's why we invite people from anybody. I don't care. We had a communist on. We might have a pastor on next week. We might have a guy that actually his whole thing was going against Charlie Kirk. Thought anti-Christian.
He wrote a book about how the uprising of Christianity in America or something like that is
the downfall of democracy.
Downfall of democracy.
Yeah, and I have no, and
here's the thing, and both me and Kevin agreed. We looked this guy up, polar opposites.
Yeah.
On where he stands and where we stand, and I'm like, we need to have this guy on the show, not because I want to make him look bad or anything like that. I love having conversations with people I don't agree with because they're more interesting. We might not agree with anything. Like when we had Mr. Jones X, the self-proclaimed communist, on, it was a agree to disagree.
Yeah.
And that was a good conversation.
Yeah,
granted, I might have said some pretty random stuff.
As long as we're civil, that's all that matters. Civil, like you said, like if you believe in what you believe in and you can do it civilly, then
we're not anything like Charlie Kirk. We have a tendency to match energy like point for point. So as long as everyone's respectful, we're cool.
Yeah. But I mean, yeah. So that's why we'll invite anyone. I don't care. Joe Schmo from down the block or,
Candace
somebody
Owens
that has 100. I would invite Candace Owens. I
wouldn't mind having her on the show just to ask her some stuff.
Well, she used to party with Charlie, so I've seen some of the videos that she's been posting.
Yeah, and I had some weird. I've changed some stuff on the show, and that's why that kept going over to that Candace Owens post because during that video until I changed something in the background, but. Yeah, she didn't have anything bad to say about Charlie. She started some weird conspiracy theory, but
I didn't hear that.
Well, here's the post just so we're.
Well, that's your loser of the week, isn't it?
Yeah, I mean, I don't
know who's loser.
Well, you read this and tell me the feds immediately interjected and took over the case for local police departments. If they had wanted to catch Charlie's killer, they would have immediately publicized all pictures and videos. And the internet would have solved it in minutes. The desire was never there. I don't understand the point of that.
I don't either.
Yeah, that makes no
33 hours is not that long to find somebody that you don't catch immediately.
Well, no, and it's not like with that reasoning, that would be like FBI has an air tag on everybody.
I mean, technically, 33 hours, was because his dad turned him in. It's not like they caught him.
Well, and I kept seeing that it's like, oh, they have someone in custody or they found someone. They probably had 100 people say, hey, I'm the killer, and they had to vet it. And they had to be like, nope, you're full of shit. You're full of shit. You're full of shit.
Celebrating or whatever,
Yeah.
Probably somebody did something weird.
Like go outside of a hospital with a blowhorn and say, we got Charlie in the neck. We got him. All that stupid nonsense.
When do we do the show?
I saw a
Every
video.
Friday at 7:30.
Every Friday, 7:30.
Be there,
Really?
be square.
Apparently, Chad Jeets. What do you mean? They did catch him. Well, no, technically they didn't catch him. He turned himself in.
Yeah, that's what I said.
Yeah. Apparently, Chad Jeets doesn't feel like you're trustworthy around children, Kevin.
Oh, fuck Chad Jeets.
You got a weird name, Chad.
Yeah.
But
Yeet.
Yeah, I mean, do you think that there's a way? I mean, like as with political violence, do you think there is a reason for the uptick in radical or racial violence? But do you think that there's a way the Democrat Party releasing themselves from the far left?
No,
What?
there's too many.
The far left fringe that's
Eh?
stirred up all kinds of stuff. You do type fast enough, Mr. Steven, there's a delay. Has dragged the party down.
I think so. I think that's
Oh, yeah.
why they lost. If you want to talk about why they lost the last election, it's because they went more left than center left.
But what I'm wondering is there going to require a leader to come in and cut the cord? Because how do they not realize they're hemorrhaging voters and supporters? How do they not realize that?
I don't know.
They're literally
Because
driving
they're still
themselves
in
into the
power and
oblivion.
getting money.
Because
Because they're still getting money from people.
But that's even going away.
their loudest base is who they
After-
have to appease, and their loudest base
Kamala.
is the farthest left.
So who's the
Where
loudest voices on
they've
the right?
accepted every radical thought on the left. That's what they latched onto. How do you break off from something? Then you just look like a hypocrite. You've already latched onto these fringe things. Like, let's talk about transgenderism is a fringe thing. The way they talk is the name calling, all that crap we talked about earlier. Those aren't things that politicians used to do at all. These are things that have. And what happened was Trump was such a divisive figure, and the way he talks is they thought. I don't know if they thought like Gavin Newsom now that he's trying to copy Trump in how he talks. I don't know how you break away. It's somebody has to be an adult in the room. And sometimes it seems like neither party is.
That is crude. Dual Helix said on Rumble, the loudest voice on the right is routinely canceled and snuffed.
Yeah.
Yeah. And the loudest voices on the left are routinely uplifted.
Yeah, I mean, that's true. So you don't think there's any way back for that party? You think it's... I mean, because if they don't do something, they're done.
The independent party, the independents are like we had that. What was his name? God damn, something Brandon.
Guy with the two first names.
Yeah.
Todd Brandon?
Todd Brandon.
No, I'm thinking,
Allen?
I'm thinking
not
of Barry
Brandon.
Todd.
We had a lot of
Brandon
people
Allen?
with two first names.
I know.
Uh,
We're horrible guests. We don't even remember.
Mr. Brandon.
Lord.
I'll call him Mr.
Yeah.
Brandon.
Mr.
I mean,
Brandon.
like he said, this is the time for the independent politician to make a move. And he's right.
Adam Brandon.
Adam Brandon. I'm sorry.
Oh, Lord.
Sorry, Mr. Brandon.
Sorry,
Brandon.
sir.
I know you're watching right now. We are super
We
sorry.
really like you. We really like you. Come
Been
back.
2
again.
hours. It's been a weird up and down kind of show.
It's a rough topic. I mean,
It is.
Yeah.
Anytime you talk about death.
well, this has been a rough week.
Yeah.
And because I do want to touch about what went down in Charlotte. I do want to touch on that. Just because
I know Gavin Newsom is mocking Trump, but it makes you look like a child.
he's not
You wanna
mocking
be-
Trump. He's impersonating Trump because it worked for him.
Yeah.
Gavin Newsom is the textbook paper politician. There is nothing to him. He's
a parrot.
Yeah, he is fake as fake there is. Oh, well, nothing's working. Let's just copy Trump. That's what he's doing.
You know they gave another $20 billion from state funds to that stupid rail project that hasn't put one bit of
You know how
track
many
down?
houses have been even started rebuilding since the fire? 0.
0. There's something wrong in California, and if that's what you want for our country, go for it. I'm not going to vote that way.
That's just copying. But so the biggest thing about, and there's been a lot of race components put into the Charlotte's train stabbing. Just because the perpetrator happened to be black, the victim happened to be white. Now,
And he
there
said,
is
"I got that white
supposedly
girl."
audio saying, I got the white girl. So there might have been a racial component to the murder. Like that might have been a specific targeting factor for that person other than him saying that she's in his mind and I'm going to get her out. If that was true, he would have been like, get out of my mind, witch, or something
No,
like
this
that.
is
It
more
wouldn't
of
have
a
been.
mental illness problem.
And his family came out and made excuses saying that nobody did anything to help him. So it kind of comes
He
in,
didn't help
and this has been happening all around. It's not a race thing. We do have a mental illness thing in America, period. Whether it be derived from drugs or ever since, it was one of the dumbest things Reagan ever did, is he signed that bill basically meant the mentally ill have rights act, or is something like that, to the effect, to where that pretty well got rid of insane asylums. And there was some really messed up shit going on there, and all the people that perpetrated any of that stuff should be in prison for life.
Yeah, you should have signed it to where they're more regulated than just shut them down.
Yeah, and I think we need to bring those back because, like, and I don't know if he had to pay for it, but like his family, said, oh, he needed help and stuff like that. Well, he should have been institutionalized then. If he's crazy, he needs to be institutionalized. I mean, instead, you have this rotating door and it's stupid left-wing policies, like it or not. It's not the right saying bail is racist. We need to get rid of bail, cashless bail. Sign this paper, promise to come back for your court date. It doesn't matter what you did. Like the guy who committed that crime, I have a picture of it. I was going to share it. I don't want to share it. We've had enough sad imagery on the show today. But he had a progression of violence in his past. And then the judge in the case, I mean, and I didn't even know this was a thing. Like, so I will show the judge. So this is the judge in the case. I didn't even know this is a thing. She doesn't have a law degree. I thought you had to be a lawyer to be a judge.
That's what I
How
thought.
do you do have to have a law degree to be a
Not
judge?
in all states.
Not in all states. She was appointed by a Democrat. Who was appointed by a Democrat, whatever. But
This is the dumbest thing I've ever heard.
how can you be a judge and not have an understanding of the law?
I don't know.
That makes zero sense.
Oh, I guess she's a magistrate, not a judge.
Doesn't matter.
I thought that was a Canadian.
Shouldn't
thing.
matter.
I thought it was a Canadian thing.
Why did she wear the white wig?
That's what makes it so horrible. It's Canadian. Or
The
not. We don't
Canadians
know.
have to wear the white wigs when they're.
But here's what I understand, though.
They're
But what I'm saying is, well, let's get into your questions. I think you got something in here about whether or not these people should be held accountable for, like these DAs, these judges, even the city councils in the state legislatures that pass these laws that create cashless bail and put these people out. It annoys the crap out of me how it seems like we can elect somebody, whether or not you voted for the person or not. I know there's a bunch of Biden's not my president, and there's a lot of shady stuff from 2020 on whether or not he was elected. I'm going to go ahead and lean toward he wasn't, but whatever. The fact is the guy was installed, he was the president. Whatever. But the guy was the president, and he messed up a lot of people's lives through bad policy decisions, whether or not it was him or not, or whatever, with AutoPin, whatever. Stuff got harder because of over government spending and blew up inflation, made everything more expensive for everybody, and ruined people's lives. COVID, even under Trump, because taking bad advice, whatever you want to call it, shut down
Stimulus
businesses,
checks.
ruined people's lives. And there's
Shutting
no
down
recourse
schools.
for it other than, well, when election day comes around, just vote for somebody else.
Yeah, shutting down schools was one of the worst mistakes anybody ever made. It took away the social aspect of the kids' lives. I think that, and then they got on these stupid fucking websites and Twitch and Discord and all this bullshit. I mean, I'm not saying, but I mean, taking personal social interactions away from, especially a young person.
That handicapped, you got to think, that went
Not
on
just the
basically
learning.
an entire span of high school for certain kids.
Almost 2 years.
Some New Jersey held on to it forever.
Yeah.
to where it's just like, and there's no, what's your recourse? Well, and I get it. We said it on the show quite a few times. You get what you vote for. But, like, nobody voted for that magistrate,
No, appointed.
you know? So,
So,
was it Arena? Zarutska?
Yeah, Zarutska.
Zarutska?
Arena.
Her family
Zarutska.
should be able to sue that county.
so here's how they're appointed. Federal magistrate judges are appointed by the district judges of a court, whereas district judges are nominated by senators and
don't know
confirmed
what
by
that
the
is.
president and Senate.
Well, that's federal, though.
Well, Nepal just elected new chief in charge via Discord. That's fucking crazy. How do you nominate something that's not, secure?
Wasn't Discord meant to be like a place for people to debate ideas?
I thought Discord was a place for. I thought it was a video game place, like another video game place, but yeah,
They're all horrible.
I don't know what half these websites are. I don't visit them. I don't have them.
But, like, her family should be able to sue that county, that judge personally. The reason why people do stupid shit like this and make these stupid experiments is there is zero repercussion for it. And I'm not talking about violence or any of that crap. There should be financial and professional consequences for making stupid ass decisions. Kind of like what we've seen lately with people losing their jobs.
Steve won via Discord to be Nepal's new chief in charge.
Well, they're screwed. I haven't talked to you, Steve, in a while, but I'm just saying. I mean, it's probably going to be a fun time, but
Just
They're
start making
screwed.
laws over there, Steve. Just start going on Discord and just start making laws.
so, yeah, I think.
But yeah, there should be financial, or at least you should be able to lose your job for a bad decision. I'm sorry, you should. If I make a bad decision at work and somebody gets killed, I'm going to lose my job.
And it's not just like, but this is what ticks me off because it's not like, oh, you lost someone on investment or something like that. She lost her life. She came over here as a refugee from an actual war zone and lost her life doing nothing more than riding a train back home from work.
Weird that it was more dangerous here than in Ukraine.
Yeah.
That she had a better chance of surviving in Ukraine than she did here.
With the media. Yeah. We really need to get the Rumble thing figured out. Have you heard of the Smith Mundit?
What?
Something to do with the media? Oh, is that's that dude that got fired, right?
What? I don't know what you said.
Smith.
Yeah, what are you saying? Words?
Smith Munt.
What about him?
MUNDT.
Who the fuck is that?
That
Look him
allowed
up.
Big Pharma to buy all the advertising and control the narrative.
Oh,
Well,
it's
yeah,
an act. Yeah.
The Smith Month. Yeah.
Well, you guys know more
Original
than I do.
purpose of that act. The act was passed during the Cold War to help U.S. counter anti-American propaganda from the Soviet Union. Key provisions of the original act included foreign focus. Oh, that's a lot of reading.
Well, it's luckily
now I know what it
Dual
is.
Helix shortened it up for us. Basically, the act kept media liable for telling lies. Was it passed? Because I feel like if it wasn't, it should be.
No, I think it actually said they could tell. I thought.
So,
This
Okay,
could
the
tell
Smith-
lies or could
Smith
not be
Munt Act
liable.
officially.
Oh, I got nullified by the Patriot Act.
Fucking Bush.
I'm telling you, the longer I live and that I'm on this planet, the less I like George W. Bush.
Yeah.
He can dodge a shoe with the
Except
best
for
of
an
them.
SNL.
But-
Except for an SNL, that was great.
He could dodge a shoe.
Oh man,
Oh man.
you almost got me with that one.
I'm bobbing and weaving up here.
I'm down there where the grackles swing down on you. Like, oh. Oh, you're one of those cheeky guys, aren't you? Yeah, it's okay.
Fucking Patriot Act, man.
I always said, let's see, think that was slipped in under Obama. Not 100% on that, though.
In 2013, Congress passed the Smith-Munt Modernization Act, which was part of the National Defense Authorization Act for fiscal year 2013. This amendment
was.
eliminated the domestic dissemination ban and made it easier for American citizens to access materials produced by USAGM entities like Voice of America.
No. I
Okay.
just know that people should be able to get compensation. Did you know that there are states where if you were wrongfully convicted and jailed and it turns out they got it wrong, you can't sue?
Yes.
What the fuck?
Right.
Wait, say that again?
There are states where, let's say, you're wrongfully accused and convicted of a crime and you spend 15 years in jail. Then it turns out, oh, we got it wrong. We're going to let you out. You cannot sue the state for taking 15 years of your life away.
Makes
I think
no
Colorado is one of them.
I'm sure.
It's like, oh, it turns out you can't smoke weed here, so we're going to go ahead and let you out.
I bet you there's still somebody in there for weed charges in Colorado.
Oh, I'm sure. It's like, oh, no, you got to serve your sentence. Come on, man.
Guarantee it.
Let's see. Where were you at on your...
Let's just go to a couple of these. Is there a way back to where we were as a nation circa 2002 to 2008-ish? Where after 9/11, really, where everybody pretty much was united. Is there a way back to that era?
Probably not.
Yeah, I don't... As far as national unity...
Even in, let's say there is some kind of tragedy, like
Well, even
9/11.
under 9/11, there was always, there was never full national unity. I mean, technically, it plays out. The event that happened on the 10th could be a catalyst for that, as far as cooling tensions, cooling the rhetoric, and people doing some self-reflection on how big of douchebags that they can be. Possibly.
No,
But
everyone
the
wants to play
problem is the
victim,
last
so even
time
if
the
they get
country-
blamed and there's consequences, they somehow are still the victim.
I mean, the country was unified under World War II and after 9/11.
Yep.
So I would hope that something happens, because something needs to happen. We need to unify as a people, not as a government of people, as a people. The people in this country are supposed to run our country. We are self-governing. And I think a lot of people forgot that.
Yep.
And we need to come together, because if we don't, it's either going to take some catastrophic event to bring us together, or we're going to fail as a country eventually. It can't keep taking... The country's not too large. It's not large enough. That's what we want. Greenland.
Yeah.
Come on. Come on.
So,
Canada.
we want Canada and Greenland, Steve.
Give us all the land.
Might as well throw Mexico in there
Take it
too. They
all.
got great beaches.
They do.
No, but I truly believe that.
That was a weird
We either
sound.
come
Sorry.
together as a nation, or we're going to become inconsequential.
Yeah.
That's what made it illegal for the media to lie to you and psychology manipulate you with impunity.
So
Psychologically manipulate you with impunity. Well, that's bullshit.
are we slowly
That's
going
what that
from-
act did.
So seeing what the reaction was, and seeing the hate out there, people even calling for war and shit like that, and saying the right doesn't need to, we need to whatever exact revenge in some way. Are we slowly going from a cold civil war to a hot one?
What do you think, Matt?
I don't know. As long as it's not like the movie Civil War, which is a really good movie, but I really hope that
Was it
doesn't
really good, or was it
It was
okay?
all right.
happen. It was good.
It was weird because California and Texas joined together, and I don't think that will ever happen.
Oh, that act removed the protections provided by the Smith-Mundt Act. So yeah, they just nullified it. Yeah. Well,
Go ahead.
no, go ahead. You're finished.
No, I don't have any idea what I
You
was
want
saying.
to talk
So go
about that
ahead.
crappy movie,
Do you think we're going from a cold civil
I'm not
war
gonna lie,
to
I
a
haven't
hot
seen it.
one?
Civil War? So for one thing, the people that are online saying that, Steve says no. Thank you for your input, Steve. We
Nope.
are at war. There is a war of ideas and words going on. It's been going on for quite a while. When you have two opposing viewpoints, and I'm not talking about left and right, I'm talking about constitutional republic and national socialist. Two conflicting, completely different ideologies. You're in a Cold War. In a war of words, in a war of ideas. Unfortunately, during that, it has gotten warm. I would say hot at times. The problem is there's not a whole lot of documented history of the right going violent and the left. When it does happen, it's pretty fucking bad. And I don't want it to get to that point.
No one
Like
does.
that's, we don't need a civil war. We don't need violence in this country. People need to sit down, talk, and rationalize themselves and do a little self-reflecting. That's what I believe. Because if this actually becomes like a hot war, between two ideologies, it's going to get real bad. And the ideology that will never win on this soil is National Socialism, communism, or Marxism. It's just not going to work. We will fracture as a country and become either multiple or two separate countries before that ever takes place. It'll never happen. I don't know if the ultimate goal is to weaken America to the point where it's no longer effective on the world stage, because that's about where it would get. If to me, and you can tell me if I'm wrong, but in my eyes, the worst scenario for the United States is we become fractured as a nation, separate, and we're no longer influential or on the world stage. And I don't care what anybody says about, and I don't necessarily agree with the U.S. being the police of the world. If the United States go away, it's just going to get real fucked up on our world stage. Period. If you don't believe that or agree with that, I think you're kind of delusional.
Oh, absolutely.
But that's where this leads. The left in their little battle, and they think this is going to be this socialist utopia. No chance in hell of winning. It'll never happen. And if it ever gets hot to where both sides are killing each other, I can almost guarantee it's going to be way worse for one side than the other. And we really need, as a people, to come together to where that's not even a possibility. By talking, by doing more things like Charlie Kirk, go out and debate people.
Yes.
If you disagree with somebody, talk to them. And don't get emotional. Just like listen to what they're saying. The problem with a lot of people that have emotional
Have a conversation.
ideologies is when they start cracking at that reality, they can't handle the idea that they were wrong. That's what's happening to the Democrat Party. Because the only way for the Democrat Party is for them to admit that their policies and the last 16 plus years were wrong. Or blame everything on Trump. That's their choices. And they chose Trump. And Trump is taking that and playing him like a fiddle.
Yeah, that's how he won.
And it's
80-20
just like,
issues he won on. That's what
I'm saying. They can't admit they're wrong. And it's hard to admit you're wrong. I get that. But, well, it's not for me. If I'm wrong, I'll admit it. Because like I said, I am not what you would call part of the educated class. As far as that's what I think is hilarious. How insulting
some college
people in the media can be to uncollege educated people. Let's just say, well, you got the uneducated people. Hey, man.
Huh.
I know how to do stuff.
This guy graduated not once, not twice, not 3 times, but 4 times, including pancake class.
So what is
So he
that,
got
like-
elementary school, he got junior high, he got high school, and pancake.
It's like, how does a carburetor on a 19 whatever Plymouth work? It just does.
It just does.
Which policy are you talking about? When were we talking about policy? How big of a gap is it on there?
I don't know.
You're going to have to
You
clarify.
said, Democrat policy, they won't admit they're wrong.
I don't know. Open borders? Over taxation? Freaking nationalized healthcare with at least the plan in place. And I'm not going to say that Trump has or the Republicans have anything better because they don't. But Obamacare was one of the worst things that happened to healthcare because it made private healthcare almost unattainable unless you can get subsidies.
Yup.
outlook on criminals and criminal reform. I'm all about reforming, like people being reformed, and if you break the law, go to jail. I'm all about people going in, serving their time because you broke the law, you serve your time, and you get rehabilitated and you come out into society. I'm all about giving people second chances. I'm not about trying to act like it's mean to punish people or put people in jail for breaking the law. You want to do it, here's another thing. Here's another Democrat policy, not necessarily nationwide, but has been instituted in states and local municipalities, is lowering standards for education because you feel like people aren't smart enough.
Yeah.
You know why there's so much inner city crime? Because, and we've said it on the show
And
many
also,
times.
Hey, hold on. I'm not going to put this all on Democrats because
I'm not.
Bush put fucking no child left behind.
That was stupid. Like Reagan gave amnesty, gave an excuse for people to come here illegally. Reagan got rid of all the insane asylums or mental health place facilities. So now we have a bunch of people on the street that aren't getting the care they need. Schizophrenics will not take medication on their own. Most need to be supervised because they'll start thinking they feel better, and then I don't need this medication, and then they end up homeless. That's why a lot of homeless have mental illness.
But you're right, because places like Washington where they said you don't need to, there's no testing for math or reading, or there's people graduating high school that can't fucking read.
Exactly. How are you going to get a job and take care of yourself and survive if you don't have a proper education? Everyone in America, I don't care what race, what sex, what background, what the fuck ever, when you graduate high school, should be able, and back in the day, you could pretty well function just fine as an adult with the education you got just in high school, should be able to read, do mathematics, all that stuff. Because if you can't, then you are going to have problems moving forward, getting a job. And if you can't get a job and you can't earn money, then you're going to do what you need to do to survive. And a lot of times that means going to crime.
Yep.
So, yeah, we do need to fix our education system.
Yeah,
Well, I know mental institutions still exist. I haven't been in one myself. You know how I got out? Filled out a complaint form. Huh. Well,
Was that
there
like
you
a
go.
hospital kind of thing where they can only hold you for so long unless you're...
Well, there are certain ones. Like most of the time, if you put what I've read is if somebody puts like some kind of, not necessarily complaint, but a request in, they can only hold you for so many days.
Okay, well...
But the point is, I'm all about helping people. Like everybody thinks that people on the right don't give a shit. And that, I don't know, maybe I'm center right. I don't care. If someone needs help financially, I'm all about helping them get back on their feet and getting them on a path to where they're independent again. If somebody is suffering from mental illness and need help, I'm all about helping those people get well again. Not ignoring them, not saying it's their right to have mental illness and be in the streets. That's fucked up. I'm all about, getting
I'd rather
people
make
help.
somebody a productive person in society than not.
Yeah. And I think that's one of the big problems we have.
And if they can't be, maybe they need, a little assistance.
That is true. Dual Helix is saying you do become a source of money. That was one of the problems back in the day, is they were committing people that weren't necessarily insane, but the more people they had, the more funding they got.
Yeah,
and
it's
that's
just like
why
prisons, because they weren't state ran really. They're independently ran. So is this just
We
like
all
prisons
do.
now? They
We
get
help
more
every now and
money
again.
for the more people they have in it. Privatized prisons get more money for the more people that are locked up. I mean, that's why small charges
Lock them up, lock them up.
like those, weed charges would be exaggerated so much.
Well, you can go back through history and like through the 60s and stuff like that, the black community was doing pretty good. Like that's where the Black Wall Street came from. They had strong nuclear families. The divorce rate was lower. And then I don't know if it was when crack was introduced into the inner city communities, which apparently was done by the CIA.
Yes,
Apparently that's the thing.
that is a thing.
That's
It's a
what
proven thing.
destroyed not just black families, a lot of families. And that's the problem. If you don't if you don't have a fundamental foundation of education and stuff like that, then yeah, it is unfair. I'm not saying it's a race thing, but it's not a race thing. It's in the area you're in. If the teachers in the schools, for whatever reason, aren't willing to educate the students, then yeah, you are screwed. When you get out of school, you're screwed. You're at a disadvantage. You have to, at that point, you have to educate yourself, and you shouldn't have to do that in America. So yeah, there are policies that I can point out many that we were wrong on this. You shouldn't do this, and Bush was wrong for doing that stupid No Kid Left Behind. I'm sure there is some kind of minutia to it where it shouldn't have been as bad, where you just let people out. You know, yeah, just pass them along. We can't let anybody fail.
Yeah.
But that's what it ended up being.
Yep.
And like, you know, it's a bad idea. Both sides, bad idea. We should probably repeal it. I don't know.
Yeah, well, that's why the government shouldn't be in charge of things. I mean, that's why every conservative Republican wants smaller government. Whatever the government fucking touches, it usually fucks up.
I know our education was stronger when the states ran it.
Yep. And the Department of Education wasn't a thing.
Now the WWE runs it. They run the game.
Yeah, it's Dwayne The Rock Johnson.
That's not the game, but good job.
I don't know.
Yeah. But, you know, I'm not going to lie. After my, I guess, 30-minute rant, I think I deserve a...
There you go, buddy. All right, last question. Then we can move on to where we want to do or whatever, end it. I don't care. Depends what you guys want to do. Where will we be in 20 years as a nation? Or will we not be one? What are your thoughts?
Well, Kevin or Matt, you go ahead, because
Yeah, you went on for 20 effing
Are you?
minutes.
Yeah. Do you have a?
I'm a little hoarse from all my awesome lecturing. And
That was good.
plus I have to make a potty break. I'll be right back.
Okay.
Okay, you go make a potty. I think we're still gonna be a nation. Granted, a divided one, kind of like we are now. It's just gonna add more time to it. Hopefully, we can have some leadership to kind of bring us together a little bit more. And with this and how the left and other people see how vile people can be, and how stupid they can be, but hopefully that kind of makes it a little bit better and we can kind of come together a little bit more and to become a society. But in 20 years, I don't know, with the technology and social media and everything is going, which just causes people to be even more brash, I guess you could say, with what they do and what they say. I don't know. We'll see.
Yeah, I agree. Sorry. I was trying, because Josh isn't watching Rumble right now, so I'm trying to open it to where I can see it.
Oh, gotcha. I was
Sorry.
like, why am I
So
hearing
okay.
myself?
I just wanted to make sure I could see if anybody messaged, so.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I'm sorry, Matt. What were you saying?
No, I was.
Yeah,
you agreed with me, and you have no idea what you just agreed
Well,
with.
I mean, yeah, I hope we are. I think we are. Maybe. I hope we're not as divided as we are now.
Right.
I don't know if we are that divided. I think the internet projects for division more than it is. You know what I'm saying? I think 80% of Americans agree on things.
Yeah, I do too. And
That
again,
maybe
with
5% of their agreement or disagreement is about it. I think they agree. 80% of Americans agree on 80% of things.
right. And I think a lot of it is just with, like, again, like I said, the social media is making it 10 times worse. And then just media in general, they're just taking buzzwords and things that they know is going to get a reaction out of people. So they take that and be like, okay, this word is now left and this word is now right, and hate each other because we say so.
Well,
And
I
then
mean,
people that don't
go ahead.
care to read in and do research about stuff, they just kind of take stuff as the word and they just go on with it.
Well, I mean, the media anymore isn't what news networks aren't news networks. They're, I don't know what you want, opinion networks anymore. They're not news networks.
Yeah.
So it's whatever opinion you want to hear. And I mean, there's no unbiased news source on cable. I don't think there is. It's hard to, I don't know one. Does anybody know one unbiased news channel?
Lost art of common sense. Now
No
we're
news
biased.
channel we're not on cable. We
Yeah,
don't
we're
have a
kinda
channel.
bi-
We're not on TV, buddy.
Yet.
A little biased. Yet.
I got an email. We're gonna
But that's on
get picked up.
PBS. Oh,
We're gonna
wait.
get picked up by Fox.
Are we? Oh, good.
That's awesome. Can I see some of that movie?
Okay, so did you play this yet? Put this up yet?
No, I haven't.
No.
Okay, so we have a Bitcoin standard. Can we though be, or can we be though? I asked that because, well, it'd probably be a good thing because there's only so many Bitcoins.
Is there?
And
a
no,
website?
Steve, it won't be Skynet. It's going to be,
Skynet.
what's Elon's,
All right, my turn to leave.
it's going to be
Josh, you have to
Starlink.
answer the question. Where will we be in 20 years?
Athlete.
Starlink, and we're all going to be like having to worship Grok.
Why is... There we go.
Yeah.
What are you doing?
Oh, man. Dual Helix has an FCC ID. Oh,
Oh.
we may have to do that. 20 years, though, I feel like there will be flying cars, fueled replicators, and warp technology.
We're supposed to already have that. At least the
We
flying
do.
cars.
No, we actually have all of that.
What?
Maybe not transportation.
My
I
car
actually
does-
think we have the whole dark energy thing.
We should-
If we do not fix the soul of America in 20 years with I mean, think about it. What's 20 years ago to now? Okay. Think of how far we've fallen
High school.
societally. Societally?
What?
Societally. I think it'll be tough to make it another 20 years. I do think that we've hit the brakes. The problem is what we've seen. Hell, I don't know how far you could track this back, but here's what happens. The left pushes us because the Democrats are pretty good at lockstep. You know, we're going to make a change, whatever. Democrats, left wing, whatever. If you're a Democrat, you know that hurt your feelings, then get over it, but whatever. But either way, the country's been slowly moving left. It moves left and it stops, and you know there's no pullback. The problem is societal fabric has gotten pretty shaky lately because we've become tribal. And if we don't get rid of tribalism and become together as a nation, I don't think there's a nation in 20 years. That's
Okay.
just my hot take.
We really need to
Good
figure
take.
out this Rumble chat thing.
Yeah,
so
that's really
money.
the key to society.
Say,
Rumble.
look up how to
Rumble
get-
chat? I agree.
Rumble
I think that,
chat. Key to society.
like, we need to figure out how to. I don't know why it doesn't pop up. It pisses me off.
Yeah, that's I could be wrong, and I read this or heard this somewhere, but I kind of heard that one of the reasons why the Middle East is so jacked up is because Europe came in and separated everybody into tribes. Like Europe did that. The reason why
That sounds
there's so
about
much
right.
tribalism over there and they did that because if everyone's fighting against each other, the whole thing is easier to control because they can't band together against you, which kind of seems like they're doing here. Yeah, following a crowd does provide security because that's what happens. You make yourself noticed and you get out there and people get angry.
People, I know, but I mean, there's always going to be leaders and followers. Putting yourself out there isn't easy. I know we had some reservations when we first started. We didn't. I guess. I mean, we're putting ourselves out there. No one watches, but we put ourselves out there. But you know,
Oh, there's people watching.
but it's not an easy thing to do to speak your mind, and people would rather. A lot of people would rather be followers than leaders. And
The one good thing is that and I don't want to really see it take over from, because the pendulum swings. It seems easier for people now to come out and say things and speak truth, not their truth, but truth. Call it truth God or whatever. But before, if you came out and said anything against the narrative, they'd come after your livelihood.
Yes.
And now it kind of seems it's the other way around, but it's not the same. It is, but it's not, because people are taking. And I do want to play those clips of the vile crap that people have been saying.
It's gonna piss me off, but go for it.
Because Kevin had a good time reading about how many people lost their jobs for being stupid.
I did.
So I want cancel culture to go away.
I'm a free speech absolutist. I don't think there's anything you can't say that the government should be able to enforce.
That's
other than
that's the
violence,
crux.
Other than violence and threats to another.
But that's the crux.
But I said government. There are
Yes.
consequences to what you say. You can't be a dumbass and say whatever the fuck you want, because society has a rule, a kind of code of conduct. Even though social norms, as we talked last week, are wearing away, there are still social norms. You cannot celebrate somebody's death. I'm sorry, that's a social norm that, employers are going to be like, nope, you're not the kind of person I want working for me. So, you get what you deserve. That's consequences. Like we've always said, you can say whatever you want, but you can also get hit in the mouth. That's what Mike Tyson said. So, that's a
Well, no, he said the problem with the internet is people can run their mouth out and not get punched in the face. So that's obviously a Slaughter quote either. Messed up that quote as well, but
Good job, guys.
Yeah, well, I don't.
that's what we do.
Yeah.
Basically said there aren't enough people getting punched in the face for saying stupid shit.
Yeah.
If I
Okay,
were
that
to
makes more sense.
paraphrase.
Yeah,
That
that's
makes more
basically it. So basically, but people are starting to get punched in their fucking wallets because they're losing their jobs for saying stupid shit.
And they don't. The worst thing is that link that you sent me. She had no idea.
I know.
And then she's sitting there complaining it's been a tough 2 years, and I'm sure it is. And I'm sorry for her if she's been having a rough time in life, because life literally kicks everybody's ass. Even if you're rich, even if you're poor, everyone has their problems. Probably a little less if you're rich, or a lot less. But you came out and were gleeful about Erica that we had on, Erica Kirk, talking about losing her husband and her children losing their father.
Did you play? Is that the tribalism? We didn't do that to the Indians. Indians have always been separate tribes.
Yeah, we were talking about it in the Middle East.
Yeah.
And Grok, according to Elon Musk, is from the European times, not the movie in the 1960s. But he could be an alien. I just know that Grok can't do basic math. At least Grok 3. Grok 4 might be able to add stuff together. I'm not
Nice
talking
little
about
upgrade.
applications. I'm talking about basic math. But the hell were we talking about?
I don't know.
Free speech?
Free speech. Oh, that girl who.
Oh, yeah. So, yeah, it's about her. And it sucks. It sucks when someone loses their job and loses their livelihood, and you're going to have to find a job, or you're going to lose everything you have. But at no point, and that's part of the dishonest frickin' talk, hyperbolic speech that's been going around to dehumanize these people. I guarantee a lot of these people, and they're assholes, and we're going to show them before we end the show, will probably run from them into Donald Trump talking about, giving his little address about it, and that'll end the show. But
Sorry, Matt. You'll have to wait on your movie.
Rude.
I know it was rude.
Very rude.
My
If
issue.
you guys want to see Matt's movie review, let us know.
Yeah, let us know in the comments if you want to see Matt's movie review. I think it's on
I won't be on next
The
week.
Fall Guy. He won't be on next week because we're having a pastor on, and apparently that makes Matt's skin burn. But that's how you can come out. Like, she's upset about losing her job. Erica Kirk lost her husband, and her children lost their father.
Yeah.
That's the disconnect. To them, it's just this person. It's this meme. It's
This
these
thing
clips.
on the screen, this person on the screen.
And I think that's the way it is with a lot of people. They do not understand and see people as human beings anymore, and that's everybody.
Yeah.
It's all these, people on the internet saying this, saying that, and they don't. I think I would say that we probably have lost a little bit of our humanity as far as when social media came around and the internet.
I'd say we lost a lot of
Anonymity.
humanity. Social norms went out the window. That's cognitive dissonance. Yep.
How did you read that?
Because I can read.
Did you read that? Man, you guys
Yeah,
have
Rumble
big
up?
words.
I did
tonight.
some college. Yeah, I got Rumble open as well.
Okay.
I got
did
tired of
some
not being able to
college.
see. I usually people are not commenting on Rumble.
That is true. You do have
Dual
to.
Helix is here to.
But we are going to work on getting Rumble to work with our software so we can. But Rumble delay is way faster or less than all the other ones.
YouTube.
Apparently, nobody wants to give a shit about your movie review, Matt, because no one said they want to hear it. But,
Here, way to go. Nobody wants to hear me. It's just a you and Kevin show.
do you think that any of these people, because apparently it's
Duh.
a shit ton of people getting fired,
Well, yeah,
do you think they're just going to play the victim card, or do you think they're going to do some self-reflection?
No, they're going to play the victim. We have a victim mentality problem in America. No one wants to take personal responsibility for anything, so it's everybody else's fault. I
Yeah,
know
that's true.
personally when I fuck up at work, I will take responsibility. If somebody gets hurt or whatever, I mean, I'm going to take responsibility for that person getting hurt because I run the job to where somebody gets hurt. It was my fault because I didn't see the consequence unless they were a total dumbass and did something blatantly wrong. But if I can instill safety,
That
or
would be
whatever,
90% of the time, but
it's because I overlooked something. It's my fault. It's that way in life. I will take responsibility if I fuck up in life. When I got my second DUI, I took full responsibility for that. That was a long time ago, folks, so it's not like it was recent. But I mean, you got to take responsibility for your actions. You're not a victim. You usually I mean, there are victims out there, but if it's something you created, you're not a victim. You're the reason. I'm sorry.
You are
That's
your
not the
own
victim.
victim.
The only person you're victimizing is yourself. So blame yourself for it.
well, I'll tell you what, if more people started taking, that's why I can't stand when something happens and someone tries to lie or hide it, like somebody messes something up at work, a piece of equipment, a vehicle, whatever, and they lie about it. I've always been blatantly honest about any time I messed up, because if something really bad happens and I didn't do it and I say I didn't do it, then they know I didn't do it.
Yep.
If I messed
If
up,
you
I'm
say
like,
you didn't
"Yep."
do it, but you really did do it, and they find out you really did do it, then bye-bye,
Yeah.
basically.
Personal responsibility is. We don't give enough credit for personal responsibility in this nation anymore.
I think people look at that as a weakness, like you're not getting away with anything.
Oh, and by the way, one person wants to hear my movie review.
Who?
Is it just you?
I don't know. They
Is it
texted me.
you? Is it Fernando?
Possibly.
I feel like you just made that up.
We
I
can
did
do your
not.
movie review, Matt.
We will do
Movie
Matt's
review.
movie review.
We
Let's
need
just
some-
go. Let's go ahead and do Matt's movie review,
Okay.
and then we might talk a little more. We might not, but we are going to play the disgusting people. At least some of them, because
Oh,
that's Matt's
what
winner. Is actually lives at TikTok for showcasing the depravity of humanity. But let's have Matt's movie review real quick.
We give him the title. He watches the movie. You get the opinion you never asked for. This is Matt's weekly movie review. I like movies.
Really? I don't know. You would do that to me. Can they hear you? Probably not. Nope. Great. This is awesome. Thanks, guys. So my actual movie review of the week is called was The Fall Guy, made in 2024. It was directed by David Leitch, who directed Deadpool 2, Bullet Train, Hobbs and Shaw, and he was a stunt coordinator for about 82 different movies. I love this movie. It is an action popcorn movie, and it's hilarious. Ryan Gosling and Emily Blunt are great together. Hannah Waddingham, who was the Shame priestess in Game of Thrones. She was in Ted Lasso. She plays a crazy producer. Aaron Taylor Johnson, who was in Kick Ass. He was in Bullet Train, who David Leitch also directed. So he loves his own guys. He was great, played a crazy, druggy actor. And then Ryan actually did a lot of his own stunts. He didn't do them all, but he did do a 12-story fall fight scene where he was in a garbage bin and he was rolling around in that, and then he was surfing on a metal plate dragged by a truck. If you're looking for a movie to watch to get laughs at, but it also has some romance, definitely watch this movie. On IMDb, basically the synopsis of it is a stuntman fresh off an almost career-ending accident has to track down a missing movie star, Aaron Taylor Johnson, and solve a conspiracy and try to win back the love of his life while doing his day job. Definitely watch this movie. I would give it a 7.5 out of 10. It's not the best movie in the world, but if you want to grab a bag of popcorn, sit down, and watch a great, funny action movie, definitely watch this one. And that is my movie review of the week.
I like movies.
And thank you so much for that, Josh.
Oh my god.
That was Kevin's idea.
At least I got through it this time.
Yeah, I'm like, every so often we're just going to throw in a Spanish, whatever poster, just to throw you off a little bit.
That is
That
because
definitely
when he
from that.
reviewed Naked Gun, I accidentally,
Yeah, that one was on accident.
I
This one
accidentally
you're-
and unknowingly downloaded the Spanish movie poster,
Ah,
and we were laughing our asses off in the background, and we were throwing Matt off.
I couldn't even get.
I will tell you this: that is a great movie. I love that movie.
Yeah, that is a good movie.
Let's see. Dual Helix was saying, if you express empathy for the perceived others, that is seen as a danger to your tribe, which is 100%. So the way to be secure in your tribe is to attack the perceived others, and that is the problem with tribalism. The only
Well, that's a
tribalism
problem
we should
with-
have.
That's a problem with who we are right now as a civilization. We should be one because we're all Americans.
Yeah, the only tribalism that we should have is literally. That's it. Just saying.
America.
I mean, when we're
Dude.
But yeah, that was a really great movie. I love that movie.
That was a good movie. I love that.
I did really like it. I watched it. I think when it first came out, I think I watched it twice. And I just watched it here this week. I couldn't get out to The Conjuring. I do apologize about that, Josh. But this one was definitely.
Scared. You were scared.
I'm so scared of it.
So you
Again,
doing
I'm not going to
Conjuring
be
next
on.
time?
No, I am
Oh, yeah,
doing
the
the
long
long walk. It's not going to be next week. Fernando might make a few comments. He said he might watch your show.
That's what
keep
we really
Fernando
want
off
to.
when the pastor's on, by the way.
Inappropriate Fernando comments when there's,
When
a,
there's a
pastor
pastor.
on.
Yeah, let's not.
It's gonna be
not
great.
do that.
Okay. I will tell him to stay away. But I will be on the week after, and I will be doing the long walk that week because I'm seeing that this weekend.
Which, Stephen King was a complete douche.
Which is a
this
Stephen
week.
King movie.
Oh my gosh, Stephen King was like, he was one of the douchebags saying all kinds of stuff. And he's, I apologized. Charlie Kirk didn't say that gays should be stoned. I've seen a bunch of this stuff too, where people will come up and all he says is, I don't agree with that lifestyle. And then he tells people to stop introducing yourself as I'm a gay or conservative or whatever. It's like, what he was pointing out to him is there's more to you than that. You don't need
There's
to label
more to you
yourself
than
as
your
that.
sexuality.
But at no point did he say, I can't stand you, I don't like you, I don't feel like you should exist, or any of that, or show any hatred towards someone for being gay.
Well, Dave Rubin, who is a show host or whatever, podcaster,
Who happens to be gay.
he was good friends with Charlie Kirk. Him and his husband had Charlie Kirk over multiple times to have dinner with them, and Charlie and his family. Charlie wasn't like pray the gay away type of person. He was just like, your sexuality isn't.
That's the problem with victimhood, though. So someone creates a problem, and then people get to the point, because for me growing up, race wasn't an issue.
Right.
Like, nobody really cared about race. And no, I don't care if somebody's gay. I don't care. If you want to be gay, be gay. Don't care. If you're a consenting adult, and you think you want to be and you're a dude, you want to be a girl, or you're a girl, you want to be a dude, whatever. I don't care. It's pretty simple. Just don't expect people, but if somebody doesn't agree or going to play in your fantasy with you, then sorry. Deal with it. That's the choice you made. But it's Stephen King, holy crap.
Yeah.
That dude is horrible.
But what I was saying is, yes, he's been a complete ass the last couple of years, really.
Enjoy seeing his movie, Matt.
The Long Walk is a really good
I
book.
will.
It's a really good
I can
book.
like his books and
It is
movies.
a
I don't have to
really
like
good
him.
book. And I can distance myself from somebody's personal views, from their artwork or whatever. Movies, books.
I do it with Matt
whatever.
Damon all the time.
Yeah.
Can't stand him as a human being.
Yeah.
But he does make some okay movies.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Him and Ben Affleck are making a show together soon. I think it's a
Stephen
crime
King
show.
drinks too much. He drinks that rich people whiskey, which is
I
super
think he's
smooth.
sober because he used to be a addict.
Yep.
I'm sure he's okay. Well, then he just got rid of his only excuse.
That's
for
how
being
he
a total
wrote so many
douche on X.
Well, yeah.
Great books.
No, I think
So you're doing this sober?
Yeah,
Oh, man.
he is. Yeah, he just said he read a post on X and he believed it, which means what the fuck, dude? Look it up. It's not that hard to look up things.
That's what we're saying. Do some research. How are you gonna villainize a guy that
He does research for his books. You would think he'd be able to do a little research for a fucking quote.
Right.
I don't know. Dual
What do you
Helix
think?
says he ain't sober. That's bullshit. He's calling bullshit on you, Kevin.
I'm not.
They call him bullshit. I don't know.
I don't know. He used to be like a huge coke addict and drinker.
So yeah, so he just went from coke to alcohol.
I don't think he went from coke to alcohol.
Drinking
He
that
just-
super smooth.
I don't know. I've never met the guy, so he could be a huge alcoholic. I don't know.
Stephen King is sober and has been for several decades since
That's
the
what he
interview
says.
by his loved
I mean,
ones
again,
in
I
the late
don't know.
80s.
He might say
His family
sober.
staged an intervention to address his severe substance abuse,
But he might
leading
be a liar
to part
too.
of his recovery.
Well,
Could
he
be.
is a liar. He spreads lies on X.
I mean, yeah, doesn't mean you have to be drunk. Half the people who spread lies on X, I'm sure, aren't drunk.
Maybe they're just pathological liars.
Maybe they're just dumb.
No, they're just looking for fucking engagement. Where
Yep.
I could give a fuck less about engagement.
That's
I
what
just want
sucks,
to
and
talk-
that's
I want that.
that's where all these stupid ass conspiracy theories are coming from. It's apparently if you get like so many likes or views or something on X, you get like so many cents. So that's why everybody, like, anytime some tragedy, whatever happens, everybody puts out their bullshit theory on it, and it spreads, and then they get like, oh man, I just ruined that dude's life, but I made $1.50.
Yeah. I mean, people do it for engagement. They don't give a fuck about what they say. Half the time they have, I mean, I can't say anything. I have our fucking, logo as our fucking Twitter fucking handle, but that's our handle. It's the
Yeah, most
show's account.
most podcast show accounts have their logo as their.
Yeah. But, I mean,
Usually a good
you can
idea.
easily see who we are because I post it. Our show's live every Friday.
We're not hiding ourselves.
No.
No.
Just watch the
I
show.
loved when somebody
Can't
called
hide
me-
this
Like and
much beauty.
subscribe.
I love when people call
Can't
me a
hide this
bot. I'm
beauty.
like, you can easily just look at my page and see that we're not bots.
Yeah. It's like,
We
you're a
have
bot. No,
live
no.
shows.
They think you're a bot or a bottom.
Bot.
Is that what
Bot.
you say? Bot. Okay.
Bot. I've been called that multiple times
A
because I
bottom?
disagreed with them.
I thought he
Bot.
said bottom.
Bot.
I thought he said he was a bottom.
A bot.
Yeah, you can easily go. That's just
Our
laziness.
bottom.
All you got to do is go to our X account, and you can.
I don't want to hear about your poop episodes there, Ken.
I mean, just saying. All right. Well, you guys got anything else or?
Nope.
been
Be
a
kind to one
somber-
another.
The show or
Huh? Well, I'm gonna run in the things, but it's gonna run to the end.
yeah, that's fine. No, I don't have anything. So
I mean, this has been a show that I wouldn't want to make.
Never ends.
no, I would never want. I hope I never had to do the show again.
Yeah, for anybody. I don't care if they're right, left, center. This
Doesn't
is
matter.
not shit that we should be talking about. in the United
Political
States.
assassination
No.
should not happen.
No.
So,
So
So everybody, just be kind to each other, love each other,
be safe.
be safe, watch out for one another, and don't be afraid to have conversations, but keep them civil, and just be good. Be
Don't
good
stop.
people.
Don't stop believing, as Journey
Yeah.
said.
yeah. And then, let me see here. Let me do some changes here. So we're going to run through these people that you don't want to be like, and then we'll run into the Trump truth. That is Trump doing his
His,
thing for Charlie Kirk.
and that'll be an end, right?
Yep, and then we'll run to the end. So we appreciate everybody for watching.
Especially for 3 hours.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. No
thank
kidding.
everybody for staying with us. If you did stay with us, if not, I don't blame you.
And if you
Hard
join
subject
towards
to
the
watch.
end,
So, I hope we brought a little, I don't know, levity towards the end there when Matt's movie review.
yeah, thanks.
Yeah, we appreciate all you. We might be switching the day to Thursday. We're not probably because football season's starting, but as of for right now, we are Friday at 7:30. Next week we have Pastor. It's got to confirm. We have it confirmed, but after the Charlie Kirk thing, we're not 100% sure. But we have Pastor Jackson.
Lamar?
Lamar. Lamar. He started Pastors for Trump. He's part of the Christian caucus or something with
Yeah.
the White House.
Christian
So
Coalition.
it should be an interesting conversation. Dude's done a lot. He ran for Senate, stuff like that. So hopefully he can stay on. But yeah, so we'll run these horrible people and then see y'all next week. So until next time, I'm Josh.
And I'm Kevin.
I'm Matt.
And this has been the Lost Art of Common Sense. Hopefully we don't have to make an episode like this again, but we'll see y'all next week. Here's some horrible people.
About Charlie Kirk.
Way to end the show.
You like terrorism? Eye for an eye, bitch. I think the only thing that went wrong that day was that Trump wasn't standing behind him getting a secondhand bullet.
Oh, and our audio still works for this, and this person's a piece of shit.
Yep.
I don't think any of these people really give a shit if they lose their jobs.
And there are a lot of people that are like,
that have
no
jobs.
matter what side of politics you're on, you should never celebrate something bad happening to someone. I, on the other hand, do cheer when bad things happen to bad people.
Charlie Kirk just got shot.
What is that?
Just a piece of shit.
Well, breaking fucking news, folks. Seems somebody just took a shot at one of the Fanta-Fastest favorite 5-mile wide mouthpieces, Charles Chucklefuck Kirk.
Like, I seriously don't understand how people can react this way. Like, as a teacher, but that's what they say when there's an illness.
What I say is what I say.
To my great fellow Americans, I am filled with grief and anger at the heinous assassination of Charlie Kirk on a college campus in Utah. Charlie inspired millions, and tonight, all who knew him and loved him are united in shock and horror. Charlie was a patriot who devoted his life to the cause of open debate and the country that he loved so much, the United States of America. He fought for liberty, democracy, justice, and the American people. He's a martyr for truth and freedom, and there's never been anyone who was so respected by youth. Charlie was also a man of deep, deep faith, and we take comfort in the knowledge that he is now at peace with God in heaven. Our prayers are with his wife, Erica, the two young, beloved children, and his entire family, who he loved more than anything in the world. We ask God to watch over them in this terrible hour of heartache and pain. This is a dark moment for America. Charlie Kirk traveled the nation, joyfully engaging with everyone interested in good faith debate. His mission was to bring young people into the political process, which he did better than anybody ever, to share his love of country and to spread the simple words of common sense. On campuses nationwide, he championed his ideas with courage, logic, humor, and grace. It's a long past time for all Americans and the media to confront the fact that violence and murder are the tragic consequence of demonizing those with whom you disagree day after day, year after year, in the most hateful and despicable way possible. For years, those on the radical left have compared wonderful Americans like Charlie to Nazis and the world's worst mass murderers and criminals. This kind of rhetoric is directly responsible for the terrorism that we're seeing in our country today, and it must stop right now. My administration will find each and every one of those who contributed to this atrocity and to other political violence, including the organizations that fund it and support it, as well as those who go after our judges, law enforcement officials, and everyone else who brings order to our country. From the attack on my life in Butler, Pennsylvania last year, which killed a husband and father, to the attacks on ICE agents, to the vicious murder of a healthcare executive in the streets of New York, to the shooting of House Majority Leader Steve Scalise and 3 others, radical left political violence has hurt too many innocent people and taken too many lives. Tonight, I ask all Americans to commit themselves to the American values for which Charlie Kirk lived and died, the values of free speech, citizenship, the rule of law, and the patriotic devotion and love of God. Charlie was the best of America, and the monster who attacked him was attacking our whole country. An assassin tried to silence him with a bullet, but he failed, because together we will ensure that his voice, his message, and his legacy will live on for countless generations to come. Today, because of this heinous act, Charlie's voice has become bigger and grander than ever before, and it's not even close. May God bless his memory, may God watch over his family, and may God bless the United States of America. Thank you.